na apomu te saying
yes adomo we no bema also
nyame adom say me name say menka better luck next time say menka den na nchiro yakọ and better luck next time
and no more because it's more like a football. You don't always win.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Exactly.
But a day in a core fundamentally wrong. And let's limit ourselves to Greater Accra. I mean, from 14 seats there, every party member would have hoped, say, at least Modebekwe be 20, Modebekwe be 16, 17. But to come down to 3 as we speak, barring any last minute changes, about 3, that's horrible.
Meti ai madwin osa menti ase. Madwin NCC so because me nim nearby. Near the kind momentia ye T4 and now mo hwe na akase me magana for nyina mo abatu you don't always win. Menim say NPP for be brave wo ha ya wo mo esu yie pa because te say o kan no obi ani wa o expect the results appear ebepi ba ye bi mo because of adwuma ya wo mo che and moreover ye grassroots volunteers ye di share ade mienu me call runs na me to friend for say the response your current response I work for me huni yi
enshada nko yi sa
me huni yi me to be friend me colleagues from say response the kind of response I'm expecting in this community now and yes our response who say ebia omu ye action bi say ebia yesisemu ana ye bibi na anytime bia Ghanaian be ye na no din o show dey o be ko no na tell say asemo
in the mood tremor say yes the same sign or money
no not at all
the one shall be say
oh money say mu ye be yi mu afro only one back and I'll do areas so here NPP budget so but no cry no from because we expect say ebia for example e copy mu abosokai response so we expect we abosokai as NPP community you will not get that response. Enti ye bi hu ye na mini ye papa Kennedy Japan ya dream say election is somewhere 2 years ago and adene 3 years ninyina based on issues any party minia meka say in Greater Accra a Juma party for year 2024 ma what politics mo ache me who say party ni ye Juma sada.
Sir,
every party person is involved, especially the executives. Everyone is involved. This will be a yaw one more to be yaw. But all the rest, they were on top of the work. This is nipa bakumino. But don't na oko baby to say wejagbawe.
Yes.
At a point I was telling the gentleman, Honorable Jerry Ahmed Shabu, the
Koda CEO, MP Electoral.
I tell me, this is our strong good. I have to even double my work. Or sorry, or Wohosa, or to me, Nataria white, na Danny Brown. And to no near who or for no, it didn't take it lightly. And it's now, or to me,
you know.
Yeah. Enti manya shock bia
wow,
it's a big shock to me because regional chairman of the party or to me parking a car and use some motorbike myself in the campaign anytime be woman me use car motorbike na me use up and down. Sometimes so kada for and I mean crowphobia they are riders, bikers. So I call them Yanko. All because you penny, all because you say you bodumano na you winning sits you can't say you say winning. But none near mana said that. In Alabama, in Iowa so central Hanum, Many of youth organizer, organize the first time voters. Emma many call rounds. Ushia majority of the youth are. Number one, betting tax.
Betting tax.
Number two, omuka about COVID.
Levy. No.
Number three, omuka about e-levy. Obikra to me G receipt. Editor say, "Ademi koto ade kakra mo share
taxes and kwa." Omo ma mo sa feedback no.
Me ni obema enya wonko mi koye bi so wo wejagbawe. Honorable Jerry Ahmed organized about 2,000 new voters. Ewo mami sorry the late John Kuma wife.
Yeah, the wife na sorry yeah.
Ena mi ko share. Yeah no na be a flaw so obia wo bibi kan bia. And these are the issues of raising here. They don't know who can blame national party, regional party. Say. These are policies.
So there is a reason
taken
why
by government.
There is a reason why at cabinet, the national chairman and the general secretary are observers for cabinet to relay some of these feedback to the cabinet.
And now you know NDC 4 now we need to do our parliament. NPP 4 super parliament.
Yes.
They say bro for economy. The minority will have their say,
but the majority will have their way.
Until you share what cabinet kra na nipa mienu ba ko mienu ma mo feedback no mo ka say oh you call say na do na say you call say the majority carries the day. Until where how do you blame party? Who social media all national executives should resign, all regional executives.
Yeah, almost a national executive, regional executive.
Elections are won at the polling station. And also work there. But this same polling station executives, no, party about power for 8 years. The pre-expectation
have not been met.
And Ghanaians as we are. And yet the infrastructure development now the bar now show. Ono share ni bottom.
Or share bottom no.
Se si ami ba ya na obia asend me receipt. I work to adie e wo melcom and the charges tax charges. Then you turn around to blame a regional secretary.
Yes, said that
who is even struggling.
Regional secretary Nankasanso.
Who is even struggling?
Now regional secretary who's in struggle.
Meaning in some non be wo ya be kan na enje the right. Intiminia, near was a party, yeah. Say MPP be retaining power, yeah. Na do dankwa kufuado. Ebon no moten. Eyi party for a more serving party to appointing positions.
Yes. Eyi be ministers, ye be CEOs near there.
Omu bi wo ho na they were Tesco.
Yes.
They were youth organizers at the national level near there. And Omunya appointment.
Yes.
Yambisa so Omunya appointment mu. No musubani tiseng. How were they treating party people? And Omunya Bomu bi wo ho a. Wo a oni nyina ya colleagues at the same level kra no.
Ohu kra.
Ni suban ni ye kra na.
This is our base CEO.
Our base CEO. Me see Boba as regional secretary Greater Accra and any other regional. There are CEOs I will even call them, send them message, they will not even respond.
Oh, Greater Accra regional secretary.
And I can show you on my phone. And I'm not the type of member of office say maybe I pay BB. They be me try me do. I will not come to you. But this is ABR. BBSia me person no discussion. So when we finish an election, yanya and humiliating results. Not done, no blaming party for. What does that mean? All because in Clophobia, ya imagine say wako abemu, and then ya lusu, or person obedi party position.
Obenya party position.
They will rather incite party for against your party penny for. It will not happen in this country. Some of us will talk.
You will not sit down.
We will not allow it. We will talk. We will talk. Because me more being gumi ufin never born in gumi ufin. Because I have a reputation to protect. Politics now. I'm so young to end my political career.
But you think, sir, it will be unfair for for any party member who would make a decision on a regional executive based on elections outcome. For example, say me a party ni wo Greater Accra. Na me ka say or die like Paka, I go home any mu team no. Yeah, the 14 seat in the Shermans, I'm the about 3. Inti anunti, yeah, 2 better. We think it's unfair for anybody to do that.
Many obema, say yeah, that's where you fought us. But this is a political party in government. People will measure our performance not by a Juma party near, but near government here. Inti dodo na be free government. Although party will take its share, no. Said party near was say yeah. And then assembly. Mekai said, me regional chairman. You know, he's a businessman.
Yes.
Now, apart from it, so or you'll be a washing the we went for a retreat in Nada. Your blueprint, yes, she share you will plan for the region. The first on our list, and say, you are called primary Saba, you are called presidential primary Swaba, parliamentary Aba.
Yes.
First thing is to thank God. We organize a Thanksgiving and we lay before the conference.
Yes.
Say niya ye pese ye no. Ye way, ye free ye way, ye free ye way. Ye sha se no, ye hu say after the primaries no, ntokwa bebre sisisim. E wo say ye bo mo wode to patch
more resolve this annual.
We invite our council of elders led by Honorable Ni Ajiri Blanks.
Okay.
Aiko Tukang, Frank Davis Kang, former chairman Alfred Boy, and Omua Mukakang. They started moving from one constituency to the other just to patch up. In fact, Omaya when you know, Omsa Cobium, a bit of Hokra, ye regional executive, so it's just pleading, say, yet once by election, what to me Winnie be, and make anytime be a mega platform. No one example I'm citing a Ablikwanov, where Honorable free and a MP,
sure,
and Yenuaba Sheila Battles Honorable Ebetuno, or Kobai Esametu Sheila. And to advise and mom say politics uluswa,
yes.
To be koya unia mayi uba to be winning. And you know na your papa jo mama and what the abedi president be. Me my election man we need that. In fact, me co assistant secretary Greater Accra, me lusue me from the constituency. Now me do constituency position na me ba reading. First time I me try assistant secretary, I lost. I came back ago. I went to do my own work. And I'm here doing thing. It me by the second time no. None now no. Oh well contesting me. Oh you're acting.
Yeah.
I cleared them.
Yeah.
Second time no. Mpeni be crack up push obi on contesting me. Ning na say Ghana to say on them. Who can wadwin? Is either you don't respect or you arrogant. Into offense or a minister. Pack to me cancel minister ni oh ye be hadwin. Into we to pack and free ho. Ye yin free ho. And I for be by. Nyame dom grassroots 4 and a party 4 and we do me yama party. Or move for 2 mami boom. Until I cite all this example to encourage Omo before war near there. In fact, last minute he cry some few constituencies ya piki say still and to kwani near war. Myself and the first lady, Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, Ekom, mini honorable Ayokobuchi, so Ekoyebi. I will go on my knees to beg. Say yes, sir, I do that. Trouble. But you know English man fro. I'm a summer. Me koto pacho. Say yes, Remo. Baby, I do no. We want to win power. Come together to Kwanadosu. Now you. In fact, in Trouble, for instance, you hold no. Na party ni ba. akojina social media platform trouble me say dey pa na me pe e dey na me hwehwe ho dey no mo e mo ji so mo two skirt and blouse na me ye winning na china. But the lady is so forceful. One glorious honorable one tiada or ye juman ding. There were party people who were working against this lady. They worked against Nyame Adom na odi wini. So when you do all that at the constituency level, then you come to blame
the regional executives.
There were electoral area coordinators and from Kaba. Almost see ye Moses nim nipa. Enti Moses are winning nti. And ye emboy ye kan ko pacho. Ne wo say ye bia ye. Omo nti mo asida. Enye nyame. Na ma ye new glory also win here and can also ye lose. Then you turn around to blame constituency executive, regional national executives. But, is that the kind of party we are in?
Okay, but on him say there are some constituencies, and of course, because Accra is unique, because out of the 20 most populous constituencies in Ghana, the mobile 10 ever Greater Accra. More constituencies are Nipa ewo be brave. Fortunately for Monsono, some of those constituencies are more stronghold. In the for a constituency like
Tommy Kwabenya,
a constituency like Trobo, a constituency like Anyaso to send put the movie ni. You want Anyaso, more winning wage agbawe. But no English I'm from Ablekuma Central or Kaikwe South or Kaikwe Central or Kaikwe North. Why should you lose these constituencies?
Well, Meka say Niobu boss it be a traditional seat of the NPP.
Yes.
And a be sudi
sure.
A 50-50. A seat like Ablekuma Central the end a 50-50.
A 50-50, yes.
A seat like Okankwe North no. Gerrymandering be a 2012 omo name no mo for say Okankwe North still
it said the 10
I know akoye 50-50.
Okay.
Same to Tema East.
Yes.
Tema East ye chem no ye share that the one part ekoye for a political party.
Yes. But Central and West there.
Ablekuma West.
No, make a Tema Central and Tema West.
Tema Central the say at the end of the year winning.
Na says you almost be bright now.
Now won't see about what
and me
say ye director ye threatening near dear. So on declare for a certain political party. That is what happened.
Intia
look at you see near petition can you see there.
Okay. West Nidia no more lose clean.
West near lose.
No, Tema West. Why should you lose Tema West?
We have to lose Tema West because and also can sit na make
it's a problem war hono.
Any problem. 2012 demarcation year yes inti na kakra nya inti Tema West no kra demarcation na mboa and moreover ye no mo e ben ashama the share boundary with ashama for be brebe mu political strategy ashama for be brebe mu be register.
Okay, inti why should you lose Ablekuma West?
Ablekuma West yes, Ablekuma West meka say ya mame oslausu. This time round, no, oh ye, you much anytime be our contest with Ablekuma West. But say nipa die, so che, to mo ere.
You hear?
And to me feel say, and so a can be, because all the executive be none to kwa ba ya, ye near Bema, you've lost the take call independent of they were all on board because of who are there say, Yanshe ya na dia na kochia. They were on board to work. Emma mini omu communicate chire omu ni omu ye. My Uncle Siaga. And moreover, there were also some other people who were working against Eslosu. But also presidential, ne parliamentary, na lusu presidential, lusu parliamentary.
Mulusu two ni
na.
Ewa Ablekuma
West. So you can fault, yeah, mommy. In fact, change of wind, you know?
Yeah, wind of change.
Wind of change, you know? And
Aswa omunyina
na wow insem akoso NPP say ye che kakra with your communication ni ade niema ya ye ni ade na yan sheda nka wasemte enti omunya hwi na Ghana sika no mudi na Ghana wenyina ema Ghana for mu decision way back. And before a human being formed the decision to change the decision, heading power. Until now, ya can't send be a Tomosum sa into one ya did dear be said. Oh, ampa, yes, I can't move on your tree. Until the any would an impa almost a Yatra road. Yeah. Oh, see MPP in your tree. When you know, TI. Until we have learned our lessons. We are going to reflect, rebuild, and then bounce back.
But bouncing back, no, I mean, if now the NDC has, okay, we'll say Tema Central, the is still, there's an issue there. In the event of NDC war, Domi Kwabinyoma carry.
David. And also, sir,
and also hanging.
Yes, Ali.
But I don't know, is it saying that vote near close, no?
Vote near close. It's 55 difference.
No, it's not 55.
It is 55.
It's still there are still some controversies.
That is all. And yes,
the process.
So election. Now you the pink sheet in the age.
Yes.
And I have provided a pink sheet.
Yes.
Who to because I would any be a and I see so now attack easy. Now you see the end so you say. Meanwhile, we have our whole all of it.
Or can't do me quabinya.
There be BBC, I want to when you see war.
Ekosiisen Central.
Ekosiisen Central.
Patrick Boama.
And Patrick
25%.
Yes. And they still went ahead to declare
on 75%.
Yeah, which is not.
Say it is law. No, say if
there's no law like that.
Say if there's a dispute, I mean, 127, but say if the easy for no.
Yes.
Say if there's a dispute on a certain portion.
Yes.
They will hold it.
Yes.
If that the umbo hold around 25%, they can hold it.
No, but there is no law like that.
If it is more than 25%, they are almost me.
There is no law like that, unfortunately.
But they announce it on the 7th. But this is easy. MPP for CNTA easy as them.
And when you easy in the kind, that be a honorable Sam George when they propound this argument.
Many of them.
When I said it was live on video.
Many of them. I see what be brave. And yet,
but they announced.
They did.
Yes, but
the returning officer and
no, but they cannot propose if there is no law to it. How can you just propose if they have proposed?
Yes.
Let's say yes. How can you announce?
No,
they be saying
people were making an announcement under duress.
Under duress, eh?
Exactly. How can you announce under duress?
All right. In fact,
no. Tema Central returning officer no. Ne petition a watchro akoma Electoral Commission chairperson. He hinted the fact that he did it under duress.
If this EC had done their things properly, there would be a lot of trust. Everything they do would have been sacrosanct. Inti no crampo no or can be a obi and challenge no. But what yet not has a car about mistrust. There was a lot of mistrust with the EC. Into a can be no be a suspicious. Obi feel say a connection room, Obi feel say problem room. Do you get me? EC should have done her work or their work so much so.
Then was a omoya omanye.
As I say, Nisa and from the get go, there were so many anomalies. Mistakes in ballot papers, serial numbers, your friend is saying BVD machines that got lost, laptop. You see,
you see, this thing were rectified. Say, Bibi Sakra, it was rectified. Yeah, can't the D-Day.
The day of the election.
Yeah, election.
Secretary,
yeah, kind of police station. Yeah, collation center. Collation center near free police station.
Yes.
NPP by ya cry dear no. Why should somebody even attack an NPP person? ETT NPP pink sheet. For what reason?
And you have evidence to that effect.
Now you see the class I said now I know they say it's viral. You see the cry said that testimony.
No,
which political party is organizing to do this? And I'm expecting the media to take this on.
There were a year me call round.
Okay.
Some of the issues were areas are now go 4% or more ballot papers.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh no Jesus, please me control. Then you Jesus see then Christ. What happens? They say
politicians. No.
Okay, there was one it was only one candidate in the printing name. You get me there near Titimu for because you see,
but it's not. We are not talking about ballot papers. We are talking about pink sheets. So she should get it right. Oh yeah, jitum.
Obi hwe ensema metina ha.
Yeah, jitum.
Nkrofo egu ha.
Yeah.
You are repeating. Ask him. All the things you are saying, I said it here.
Look, in fact, many Americans say the NDC omo winning election year. By this time, easy.
Oh, Mamon can't
trust me, because they were more than prepared for war.
So.
Really? I'm telling you.
You see, it's unfortunate.
But why would we finish elections, sir? Election. Then government institution is being attacked left, center, and back.
Because people, there's mistrust. I mean, it is wrong. For instance, for me today, I said nobody's talking about the people who died. How was the orchestration of the death of these people?
Yeah, they are in 2020, and I say we are.
A force where we ne. So
na so jeni kratu. No kono su. One ne kunto kwani adia. What do you mean?
Nana ya.
Na say Ghana me I issue.
Everyone tolong obi we. Na bonte ye.
Oye den. No me pese.
The young man, ye shit. Me na me wo Sister TV3. They showed it. I mean, I was like, he was shot.
Like a police officer,
no,
a military man.
I am talking about whoever shot the person. So ye civilian, so ye police. There should be order. There's something called preventive order. Police are no more whatever it is.
Because we should have a
banana any problem then they say party for a coalition center no day. Well, all this confrontation,
and I think there should be law.
Somebody was picking people from UDS constituency to come and vote, and this young man in the team, they were trying to stop them, and then I could ask for people. Why do you even allow anybody to take?
Was it a coalition center that happened? That it happened?
No coalition. I'm saying they were going to bring it to the constituency. I'm not saying coalition. See, I can't. I'm talking about issues that happen that everybody is quiet. I am not talking about say easy and now when.
Yes.
For me, lives have been lost. How did it happen? By now, the same government are launching investigation into it in media. Yeah, Kasakra yanka once me nipa 8 2020. Ya kan no atom. Obi anka ho hwe. Nipa 4 2024. Obi anka even crampo enkrofo ya yesi omo ye hwan election observers. Enom ko bichia IGP de omo kan so omo buy IGP abas. I was petrified.
Oh.
Yeah, because you
say IGP nipa bi antu
I am saying sir, you IGP for a police no they have to make sure that there is order. Inti wenchi ba there will be bia be make sure say order beba no be. That is why you are not there to stand. You are not there to just look at people. Say ne say there for police ni bia anko a police station or constituency a coalition say we don't need them there. Your work there is to ensure that no civilian is hurt. So now civilian war, and the fact is say and you will now to your born America. Yes, send you second ye order. But you will hang over. Now went to me and keep it order. No obi war. You are found culpable because you reneged on your duty as officer of the peace to ensure that we are safe. Share abroche. The first person you go to and you ask is a policeman. That I am law. That is the safest. Can't job no new how I doing. Uko police new, especially the UK. Uko police on who busan say Pepa Chow. Ehemfa and Amenfa. I am going here. Or take bus 6, bus 10, bus say it will drop when you get there. Ask the driver that you are dropping. Baby no busa driver and say, but the safest person
the police.
The police. Me saw me kwa broche me come me fancy. Me papa ka chem say Nanaya, if you can't find anywhere, you can't find your sisters are not available, go to the police for safety. In the police they need so obema me safety. How can police be around? Army fund the so yet I say, how can police be around? We lose 3 lives, 4 lives.
But why should party supporters go to coalition center?
I am
to do what?
That didn't happen.
I'm expecting you to say
all the deaths, no? It be happen with coalition center.
Constituency.
A polling station.
A polling station who premium training. What I say. But that is the duty you
of
see
the law
you
enforcement
cannot, my dear.
officers.
You can. Me, I've been a general secretary. You cannot stop party people from going to the polling center, from going to the constituency to observe
the
Ekosiisen.
Nana,
very well.
The American say at the polling station level, you were presiding officer.
Yes.
You were more a kind of one yejuma.
Yes.
And if you are saying you could sank for UDS, na yampa. Na say omudin ni register more.
How would they vote?
The presiding officer won't be sequestered, and the NPP, all other political parties are having agents. NDC move agent war. What prevents the agent of the NDC to say, as you may see, you share a risk.
The small boy was an agent.
So how come
yes, we're a young agent. And we see, as a person can say, your friend is this thing is based on what has happened before in history. And the trust that we have in the East, because presiding officer to us, what trust when you would be but because you don't have trust in that presiding officer, you think that you have to do extra work to make sure that you win. You see the issue, you see the perception of antagonism.
Well.
Obi.
The perception of antagonism. The East, why
Obi.
How can you?
And now NPP about opposition. Don't be surprised, say 6 months go, any public election biana NPP be can you see yourself. Political parties in Akoye Subain.
So we are more easy and
Adamfo. Only a bemwa. Yes,
okay.
It has always been the case.
David, please. And yeah, you see, this is unprecedented. Those days
before the day of election.
Okay.
Very well. Please, you know me, I have been through this for a very long time. Yes, I'm a public servant, but I have been through this for a very long time. At a point, I was Kodeyo's, your friend is one of the observers.
Observers for Kodeyo,
yes. Journalists that between Mejuma at wherever and Messiah, me journalism, my dear, this unprecedented mistakes by the EC. At a point, I said, "See, I'm going for a janemra."
Also, I can exaggerating your mother.
As a panamaker, how many days to election? A reprint papers for 3 regions.
Yeah, but say no more reason. The reason didn't make sense to you.
My dear, you see,
sir, national security are more intel. Say some of these ballot papers now have been found somewhere, and to take precaution, almost say let's trust all of them.
It wasn't
get a new printing company.
It wasn't national security.
Oh, that's what Srebokwe told us.
Why wouldn't he tell you that?
But who prompted
the parties themselves found out? Say print near money be what baby. Look at the eastern region. One of the things called the seal breaking. How did the seal break? Oh. I'm saying that the things we saw for me was unprecedented. Mistake was kiki ni akọ print and then you see where I say kiki ni akọ yisesa. I'm telling you why. This is a serious matter here. Be twaba okrom ha bibi kobonia ebe ha kroi. You are look me adeba kwa me ye wo wiase ne say me baby am ye my POS baby on catch you need to be meticulous when it comes to certain things, because at the end of the day you are talking about the sanctity and security of the nation. A bit me, I know I send the text to somebody,
but because you know sir, you cannot get it right all the time. That's why you need a strong plan B. The EC showed clearly.
What is you cannot?
Or more plan
okay,
B.
so if the EC no, so you cannot get it you right all the time. I didn't know Bernard Muna or Manfano. You said that you can make errors. Why didn't they take further? Okay, I don't quite Ninipano. They said they made errors. So if they think that errors can be done, why didn't they take those people on and make them correct their errors? Oh, they ought to make errors, but somebody else cannot do it. You see, at the end, yesterday I sent a text to somebody to tell the person that they should immediately de-escalate the violence. immediately before it spreads. And I am happy I saw the police for being yes to go and de-escalate, because you see, after elections like this, hoodlums. How can you say that have you seen their party cards? Me, this is what I don't like. You need to have evidence. No. You need to have evidence to denigrate somebody.
Your position is until you see young guys now out omo party car, you don't think omo NDC.
You know what I am telling you. You see, I said this so many times, and NDC force it there. You see, if you see the anger of the young people on the streets, it tells you that they can do anything.
Yes.
Every afternoon you see the boy, they rush on you. Do you get me? There is hunger and there is anger. Say no, your friend said Dr. Grace, why winning election a week?
Esikado.
And then I don't know. No, I'm not saying because it's
okay.
In her area, the kind of young boys and girls say they are angry. Some of them have left home. We have a problem on our hands, so that we need to deal with and stop being peacockika. And I don't want to hear that. The young boys who came out saw more policy, but they are not, all of them are not NDC. Look, me, I went around every weekend.
Invade state institutions.
You will be surprised that there are these young boys on the streets.
They are not affiliated to any party.
I am telling you, they don't have a place to sleep.
They think.
I'll give you the time.
They think that the political class has disappointed them. They think that they have an entitlement mentality. They think that they have to punish the NPP. Look, I mean, can't someone chill?
Into a party shirt.
Exactly.
Not all of them.
Okay.
I am saying that I didn't say that. Missing not all of them
are. Okay.
Do you get me?
Okay.
Obi create me share party share. Other party yanko campaign. Yancheche t-shirt.
No, they are creating a certain impression.
Obi oha wo MPP. Baby omo no money video. President, Vice President Baumia last video be an around. Was NPP t-shirts and the journalists need be and say what is attractive about Baumia's policies? Was look, madam, you know it is a Yezu. And so was
NPP t-shirt.
Yes, a blue was NPP t-shirts. No, I share NDC t-shirt. It is both ways. It means that the NPP was just blind. They didn't know what was going on. Did you get me? They were just breaking the 8 and being fashionable. They didn't know what was on the ground. Look, I'm telling you, me, I left Accra weekends to go out. Most times, every other weekend, meko Kumasi, meko surrounding meko Ashanti region. What they tell me is what has happened. Nobody was watching. Meko other region, they'll tell me that, madam, they better you NDC.
Ashanti region.
Ashanti region for the almost they metal.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
Yeah, madam. So because yanto mala, okay, better mala and cry party when. Today I can say it. What's the to my chief? The party when or by MPC Ben or do on by Juma. These were some of the questions. And yeah, madam, dear.
And the young control.
Nay, jump for nay, the young control. Yet mean to but young control. A bit so see about Toma Jomahama. Do you get me? But most of them said, but they said, look, I dear back on Peso Muhu outside Ashanti region. Almost a year ballot. Protect the ballot for us. Greater Accra, professors, doctors, Legon, and Hinfa, they'll tell you all we want to see is that you should protect the ballot. The young ones think say me near Juma, waka be ye betting tax. Obi sending me momonam so me de sending ko mo obi a metia yi levy. Me ko krom na me ko kota dia metia COVID levy. Why? Obi who kai say me better me ko restaurant be the receipt be.
The receipts never.
Okay, me be cheche mo MPP ni ba go say me money din. Was say enyampa Russia Ukraine war. Why? Aya. Now me the secretary aka say some of these taxes were the reason why people voted against the NPP.
Into a gap na nya nwanwa.
Gap be na ye nwanwa.
Me busa say e nwanwa na.
Me de nya nwanwa o.
Sir.
Why should I be surprised? You see, because Obi be can send you how many me see Ghana near. Deɛ me manante o obi ma ye adwuma bebre me ne Ghana fo adili me ne Ghana fo adi so ne Ghana ni ya de no kasa wo de ho kasa wo kasa nyina on
kasa na wafa ho
adwene ohun ne se wo na wo ye nipa no ma se bi obi wo sei wo na se obeye bi ni omo mpa obi omo nka no kora ne nkyira wo se ade ni wo ye ho enne yes, you are when you are Erica J. Was see me by men can't just say freedom has come.
So no Baha and Rachel.
I was me can't just say freedom has come to Ghana. No BNT say Ghana is free forever. No, oh be seriously. Oh cast baby say either say NPP ni no be hu a obe pe ba bia for be dwane. O hu a won fiu. O te ma say.
Yes.
Awraho sem se fati no mo ya ade say amana ko opposition. Also for propaganda.
Okay, so no kwenya.
Mani on na onko na yento aso.
Many about NPP being blind and we don't know what it is.
Also mo hu de na ekoso
we were not blind. As she is.
Maybe you were not blind
though. Well, we were not.
So in fact, you knew what was going on, and you allowed it to go.
We knew what. Well, you allow me, please.
In fact,
near woman say NDC for some civil society, media for, and the others full say every 8 years piano or sense
sayeba.
Enti adwuma pa NPP and convention. And now do what dance say. Wouldn't me buy a drink say a band being by ya. Why you juma think this and another that that's the truth. Yes, as nipa there in life, no, unya bibia perfect. And then I remember say when we were even meeting the youth, number one, they were talking about E-levy, COVID, you know, they were talking about betting tax. Yes, they were talking about it. So we know the issues. And ya papa Dr. Mamuba unia kai and say, "Nyami ya mi adom na me ba, sa nyama na mimi ama buying
or no be year free."
And clearly, you know, we acknowledge some of the challenges, but the NDC propaganda really worked for them. That is the fact. Propaganda, I hear Jumamo. And the Omuntia say, Omo Winnie, say, yes, 30, Fufro. Yes, say 6 months, bet me go winning poor. Because you get him say, a Juma ye, Omota Bemuda, Omot me new. The NDC couldn't do it. We are watching. And I be kaso yen kan wanu tu ye don tu mo nyom just say o mo nyom nipa dodo parliament in the NPP for ye be kan ya no ye be kasa pa bo she mo she Ghana for ni dada ni ade no ye be kan wasem pa yen kan ya no tu ye be kan man me ko pe eyi wawa bots akoko nkete no maybe
obebo wo de
me ko e ready me gibi won na ma
Nana,
sorry. Maybe be one.
And do all right. Open see the neighbor be
24 hours. No. 24 hours. No. Now, and 40 amuna wa bemu. Muni abemu.
The change in Kwama. Muni abemu. Change in Kwama. Change and now me to docu 3 CDs.
Hey, Nana, who says I to docu 1 CD? 1 CD.
Let me to 3 CDs.
Who are those? Yeah, so. Oh, I saw Ghanaians. They are listening. And then in the next 6 months they are listening. Me to docu 3 CDs. I'm not joking. Light is so about I said I'm not. Go to me pedoku me kreni. Utoni, na me go to. So,
yeah, but
me see me kreni pedoku pra me ho na me go to.
In the Eswat Tiaba 3 cities.
I was shocked
from 5 cities. The same size.
Politics.
Girl, the car said, "Oh, Miss Driver, and come back." Bibisa girl, they say,
"Not tell me why."
Let me
say violation.
Violation.
Violation for.
Let me for
security. Violation, I be. Tell me how them go to.
Reasons into me person.
Hey,
it's the same size.
Oh, the same size.
And a 5 about 3 cities.
I'm telling, I was shocked. Oh, Bibisa said, "Madam, not all document."
They'll get their platform.
On time transfer.
Oh, tell me why.
Oh, are you violation? Traffic light.
Yeah, I've seen that place.
Obi, Yamani
investigation. Violation traffic light will be any.
Exactly.
Woman be told no actually. Let me find call UPSA. But my name says how doctor from 5 to 3.
In fact, Rani shall be on. What was that? I come to your friend obesity. I am Yakoda. Okay. I'm fear any na eton doctor.
No, but now I don't try to be brutal.
Yo, you know this is for say doctor about 3 series. So be
or that life package. Me but no me no nwie na kona.
Yeah, me can say.
Yes.
Party. Nanka ye wo abemwa ye ni government na.
Yes.
Ye ni Fati say. Honorable Fati Awaka. Enye sortia. Na onia na media me pese me boni yema na oya bibi enya boni yema obia ne mo NPP mo minister send o brand wase send o sre ohuni pa o tini ni mo ni pa kra no so ye party ne kra na bufo wo mu kra no hye obisa at least
bufo ne ba form
no mu bi the arrogance disrespectful some arrogance level
arrogance
me na be ka tell CEOs ni ade no enti make we no Mami go to Bible quotation. Bible 1 Timothy 5:20. Eka say rebuke publicly. Mami quotation right. I wouldn't want to make a mistake. 1 Timothy 5:20. Rebuke publicly all those who commit sin, so that the rest may be afraid.
I don't want to rebuke you before election.
Nana media obi onim bia nana bisano. Obi beka say
NPP has sinned there.
Individuals are sending the children. I will beg them.
Obi the team in China, we can say no. Me see, yeah. Maka, omo betini no. Enti make a we no so. Na me dey tumfu. Say mo ba be mo.
Yes.
Omo a president
Mahama
be mo appointment no. Omo su ni omo buy no omo hwe ni.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because grassroots follow home. They are very sensitive. Nyama bi kakra na ebese before. Only one na nam take form na wakonya post. After the own na. So eduane the that kind of behavior. And now obi can be asema kire me. Obi na onne nyina ye nipa bako what tema one of the tema. And I am an appointment as MCE. So media chauva na first ya could did no media mean to be cool.
I was in your
all right. Ain't now for about to say or church and woman that for 3 key friends. And on tio mo free no. Ain't ya so buy no be so. Ain't I want to learn from my whole boss. Bishop Fred France. Na why Bank of Ghana head of treasury.
Okay.
Da. Na say who ni lifestyle no. Me to me suan but me to me suan completely aka be bomba me pese me bre me wase to certain level
so she designer hey
mesrew NDC for the designer we ko katamanton me ko toro katamanton
converse
ni ko toro katamanton wo wo so bayro wo propaganda do bi no ye do wo propaganda do bi atari ami sei uko abonti ya o enye bi ni bo fufu we atete Ghana ni forte Ghana
not take no border
o je not take
enti ni America na say mami wie phone o use e ni bia u kra de ni dia wanim tell ni dia u dia ni kra wanim dia me dia ni 3 u dia ni 5 wow mami koso na de mami koso
designer secretary
mami wie
u wie dia bai designer secretary
we dia wo style do clean ade na let's
okay
mo ma ye nyina nhia de emfree eye nia esi ye be stress party for bia say omo akoma nkofo
emra form
na say yesi ye kasa obia wo bibi kan obia wo bibi kan obi wa be mo ono so wo bibi kan pa
okay
me wo party mo wo bi kan pa polling station wo bi kan pa ba e wo say eye ye fi asem e wo say eye ye fi asem
okay
me ko hu abrantie me no bi no mo jina social media regional officers e che obia to ni constituency I was in charge of Wejabawe uko ablikman no far Jeff Kasim Nasra coordinator he was in charge
no in charge
into be say eyi na ye no collation na ye no no shewo
and you delivered your constituency
exactly me wager ba we near year NDC 4 year BC horo ba me so me so mini jaridi won't me right mini jaridi center for won't me right nti ye ne wo say e kai ye show say results no ne wo say ba papa nti obehu social media na ye hu regional executive obia ya chedwuma no decentralization is better than centralization. Nti ya ne wo say it's party force akoma conform.
Greater Accra. The whole Ghana. Yeah, the final way ne beba. But Greater Accra 3.
You were 3 confirmed. 3 4 become amakoye 7. 3 4 become
4 ne de hen ne.
4 no domi kwabenya.
Okay.
Abukuma North.
Okay.
Ukakwe Central.
Okay.
And Atema Central.
And Atema Central. Everybody become a 7.
Because we have all our documents. We have all our pink sheets. The NDC should go and look for their pink sheets. And the Korean dia beka.
Or that like Pakamedasi. No, manya 7 out of 34.
Hey, I didn't 7 out of 34.
No more 14.
Now send I'm trying Ghana in Toronto I'm trying Ghana for but on him one thing say who share constituencies now.
Yes.
Most of the constituencies NDC results from 2020
same almost the same. Mumo the end a drop here.
Okay. Until before I was a party mamu in the
2020
so what we have to do is now to work on our party people, get close to them, and that is why Greater Accra now your campaign, your focus, the regional chairman direction and say we should do more of the house to house, bed to bed. Every style we are every style we are because okra placards now jina kwa woman a sacrifice. There are party people, and me let it be a share. Say one of the things cry share here before say mumukra placards. Instead say mube be ye didn't come out placards. Into your share a parliamentary candidates and a constituency executive. Go to the grounds, meet the people, explain things to them. Some did, others didn't even listen. And as I sit down, I can mention the NPP Omuko from Ekoye Juma and the one sit. And no more ye can omu say omu nemche no omu fi ya no.
It is possible for
placards. Get close to the person, and there is no better communication than one-on-one, face-to-face communication than normal communication. What come to her? No. You can win now.
Odalai. My nase
7-6. Over 34. Because if I'm to run another election, what am I going to tell the delegates?
Bibi abe fine. Inti ye best na to aso adi nkomo. Why? Ye be to aso adi nkomo.
First Timothy 5:20. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, that's your Dalai Park and your ten. Can inti the Minister of Information Ebetna say unim say earlier yene Honorable Felix. Yene Honorable Felix Kwachio Fosu Edi Nkomo and ono betre mu from the NDC side on the transition committee Nioma Eba up any adinti yewe na was a tip from the government side and so of the transition committee some of the issues are Felix Kwacho Fosu erezi na onfa no ye emre yen Honorable Fatima to Abubakar akwa be saying
Elder Major so nyame adom me hoye pa
say oto waba otrobu on
ai
and amutimi we ni e ho seat
nyame adom me ankasa na me call house to house.
Oh, okay.
The least I could do is to contribute to the victory of my constituency.
Of your constituency. Unfortunately, the whole Ghana and said the enamo penal.
But I didn't know we had the Asadamo to for Yankopon. Me did from the day of voting to an Obian who be whom your Becca say. Me spirit kofo. Yes, for every difficulty there is a relief. Enti kramoni mapade. Sabi enekro bi ahwene nkwa na me am party Lucy. I believe say your opportunity for reflection and introspection. Ebi ana ambasa ankenye. Enti nyame eye niema bi ayente ase. But now look at the tradition of your party from UP to New Patriotic Party. Ye me atena opposition ache. PNDs and NDs in quiet and opposition say and san yeba power in 2000. Yeba ye juma. Yes, opposition 2009 and antisa. And so say asaba. So like the phonics, ya di politics nechi nkwala totofefe wa besi ne de bibia hunahuna ye kra bibia hunahuna ye kra. I know say we will rise in ways ani panti ase ena obi nso kan say bi man to mitim o say etoda nipa hofono. It does not even me hear election. It was not about even projects or policies or social interventions because no nanke de science and data. But be cry ya won no cry when who NDC aban. Emfie nwotwe no wadi 12 say wadi 20. But what you say? Onhu da. Nyame man akwanya. Ama ono nso so aso the National Democratic Congress government yes, and President elect John Mahama ashe. Enti mfie nan no ene o civil service ebi abeko ministry na adwuma na table ba ko nipa miensa yes say ebi betena anapa e bottle over na omko na ebi mo nsoko anadwo na ebi mo nso aba enti obeso ahwe ya try say ebe man kan na asiso ojidi say we dia ne be ye hyiren eno nso so obeso ahwe ananya sa any all the policies no be house now like call off na OCCD number 14 cities no dia ya wona mo dia na say change no so na adumo kan ya no
dem be say dey change dey no
and tell that man na distract me wakasa be bre wapon we say kan ma ni
we ya market change
but now the mesel man me di transition in common na area na ya to aso
our transition
enti elder meka say enti media ade nyina mu me de aseda me de aseda introductory comment o sa me hu asem na meka me wi amato amadwuma so tete me on say presentation
they won't go straight to transition
me and me nua ba so call her to
one course transition
na trouble ya beba transition manenka elections kakra
enti by the grace of God without a doubt I am e bi mote abonte o maka say bia amanyofo mpe omani ye peniye papa me I've given my all opportunity be amenya in the past 8 years obika President Akufo-Addo abaya me say I'm a reflection of his government of the opportunity or them young people to serve and in a track record and every office that I have occupied I gave it my all and my best. So Ghana focus say your all and your best is not enough and yet death sentence. It means say they are looking for an opportunity. So mbekwa akoso obi foforo ahwe. Ebi mbekwa akoso ahwe honeymoon no betwa mo busumi nsia no. No mahu so omoton color TV. Ene de akoto black and white. Mbacho wa ebehuru na ochina bi kra na ebo ohiri. Enti ye de wontwen ye mu kra. Na mum senhyehyɛ ye omo ka so omo de ba. O say Wellington boot obi benya bi abobo ye obi benya bi na eno na ato Ghana for akoma so na eno no mo so omo pa let them execute be continue your agenda 111 free SHS. The marking scheme will start on 7 January 2025 and it's a marking scheme necessary obi ye nkoda so we hunze we your recovery rate near fast me free Saturday anadwo na embo na kura na me mahuni ekona bibia makoma atomi yem enti we are ready to be a formidable opposition party and I make us anya me metena ho ansa na ye ba ba mu enyama de foforo enti by the grace of God I believe say nyankopon be hye ne ho anyonyam o magana ndi ye menka say just because of opposition enti you are wishing anybody bad na emomoma bomu na be kire o mado ananya sa enti no we are willing and ready say whatever the people of Ghana have decided, just as President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia promises say the least they can do for Ghanaians is to allow us have a free, fair and peaceful election. I commend the President and Vice President said that has been delivered. Mijidi so obi any baby obeka say Abanwe has not delivered that. It has been delivered and it has enhanced the image of Ghana around the world. In fact, about to my interview with Al Jazeera, with BBC, Voice of America, any Radio France International. People are so shocked. Even other African countries are and former commentary on social media. Obisi Ghana voting day I was in the country. As I hear in Koso, people were just going about as if nothing is happening. Ebi ano momo ekromi enye den enye sa netie. Ye wie bronya ebetwi soloku ya bom. Uko social media NPP for ni NDC for nyina soloku ni ya sha se ayetwi bom. Enti me I am ready to look at the 2028 battle ahead and prepare and psych myself and help the new patriotic party to mobilize na Ghana for who say we are a formidable group. When the NDC fails, we will catch them from the sky. Ain't
very well.
Kakra meti me aka e de asoso.
Mate me dey say party for ATO no.
Atisa. Ti me mo nyina mo ebo ma baso obi biara okoto obi bi oye adwuma. It is not a joke. Obi nya 0.2%, obi nya 0.8%. Even if it's 41%, yesom. Even say more yakra na yesom ye zebe man en mo adure anyu ananya sa ya many ato ye yem sa about time nti enye hu kra nti me show mun crying say we will regroup, we will reorganize, and we will defend the exit track record of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It is nyame adum na edru 7 January e ho na be pick exchange rate of that date, the GDP growth of 2024 cumulatively together. So in third quarter GDP 7.2%.
Yes, 7.2.
We will put out all the projected growth rate by all the international communities of where they expect Ghana to grow in 2025, 2026 as we exit the IMF program. And here the better abonten when we say PC peg and sheshe no e ha ne expect to see ebeko when dru ha anye ne ebeka Ghana fo ankasa e na betwe krata na dia bekere useni.
Very well.
And here na me di base na say transition.
Martin Tiafa yemra transition common so ne yenhwe ye ne I think virtually the CNRA inauguration of the team or my starting meeting and the issue and a person will address it and some fellow scratch for so edit two just say in common a cost on a bar up say more ye last minute recruitment be a payment be ma third party contractors be a you have to brief the transition team na munya omunyina consent and mo to sa na mo no and our issues with that.
Yo Obi Edin kind. Let me put it on record. Say until area mene minua bema Felix na we are not members of the transition committee.
Sure.
A statutory committee. Enti nra chi a omu kochia enra enhemu omone Ghana mampanyi koyeye any moving to conference center ni na ye de ne enka. Na emom committee ni si nkonwa no eno mo se be ya bibia bekoso wano na communication ni bibia ebekoyi akwa asomdwe mu no each side should appoint a spokesperson.
Okay.
Until the NDC appointed Felix Kwachi-Ofosu and the new patriotic party and outgoing government no President Akufo-Addo led government no appointed me.
Okay.
And the instruction was simple. I say yemi and we should confer patriotic and you we should confer. Say ye the assembly ba beto abontia it should be joint. Say ye yesi akwakoto aba no asumdue mu na ye try enya say bibi akoso bia ye obi ade. But look at how graceful the leaders have been, the way His Excellency Dr. Bawumia did his concession speech, the commitment shown by the government say you have nothing to worry about.
Yes.
In fact, President Akufo-Addo amaminu abema yujinahi I issue statements. Beyond that, or my directive, I mean, say, just as in 2020, or Mokacha so be Antonio official vehicle, no. 2024, no, the directive still holds.
Yes, 3rd January,
be an official vehicle and submit it, and then you will get the receipt showing, say, the car number and chassis, say, every property you bind there in your possession, once submitted. Me buy Mumanje Bangalow.
Okay.
Okay. I say my life I didn't transition into power as in power. Until after election and nothing has changed. That's what me cry and say. So everybody, to the best of my knowledge, yenina unsa voting you be and handing over notes by September, October, obia submit ne de. Niaka echire say even at the ministerial level, no ministry, no mobile more small transition committee to exit and give notes to make it easier for whoever coming in to understand the accounts and the systems and what's in place. We are on it and we are doing that. It doesn't call for violence, it doesn't call for anything. But omo can specifically say assembia ye de beba beto abonten yemienu yeni ye hon komo ne enconfer ansana yakase ya agree on this position. Entinre omo frame me so yabo wudin say de waka ho no. I got that understanding. In fact, I proceeded to reach out to a few people to get Felix's number. Say be ochnanapa before the second meeting na me frɛ no for us to compare notes. So sitting here I was so surprised to hear say he has even granted unilateral interviews. Ake kan sem ache nkrofo ama they have published some stories purported to be coming from him, and subsequently maintain interviews nibi. Some of the statements that is not what transpired at the meeting.
Okay.
And I believe, say, if we had the opportunity to confer, as the committee had advised that objection and as a protest no would have been recorded, near reconciling a note to present things at the stand. But that didn't happen. But and I'm saying some of the issues have come up. No, let me use opportunity to respond to them. Obi niedi kind. Mamin kind any nyane Ghana adishe. And they say by law, any by convention, the mandate Ghana mrapono executive authority Ghana mrapono dema omampenyi ebi ne de ama omampenyi Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It does not expire until the midnight of 6th January 2025.
Yes.
Transitions Act no. Emma transition team no authority be say your constitutive committee na all of a sudden una abeche finance minister ni ontua ne kan ni mani ntua una abeche president appointment a wonye ne ne wonye ene ne nkeka ho enimusa. And in fact sani erefi ne emra ne kakra na 2016 met my specific reference to two reference comments I me from me nuabema Felix Kwachi Ofosu and Honorable Mama Ayarga. Ebra Omoforme committee on 19th December 2016. The incoming government na advise Omo on setting appointment. Omo say it's only a political comment. And my authority to show the government what to do. Whilst the mandate of the government has not expired. And to publications on Ghana Web, My Joy Online, Modern Ghana, from 19th to 20th December 2016, many a lot of references to share about near Felix Khan at the time. And if Honorable Mama Ayarga, who is a member of the committee Khan at the time, what can I say? After former President Mahama lost the elections in 2016, or your appointment, substantive appointment to NCC, Miss Nkrumah say okay. Or say your appointment, substantive appointment to Shraj.
Yes.
Shraj boss on your appointed no from I think somewhere 20th of December 2016 to date on one that's what
yes.
President Akufo-Addo Amesesano. When him saw executive mining agreements. After Olusi election on 28th December 2016, or your appointment to Controller and Accountant General, or your appointment to Auditor General. In fact, as late as 4th January 2017, na former President Mahama egusu ye appointments, no egusu executive contracts, no egusu ye payments. Of contracts are now baimu. And let me give you a few examples. I'm referring you to a publication via Modern Ghana a year in December 2016. I will refer to a payment of 18 million euros waste management contract signed with SCL Waste Management Limited. Honorable Mama Ayarga executee. And at that time, when he was confronted, or can say, and I'm quoting, or say, I have, and I quote, I say, I have up to 6th January 2017 to implement what I want to do. And at the end of the day, I'm saying that the mandate of this government has not expired. Number two, they were talking about payments being done by the Finance Ministry and Controller and Accountant General. And they were also talking about recruitment into some security agencies
and some MDAs.
Let me refer you. Say, Obi, Uhe statements are Ministry of Interior, the Beto Abonte.
Yes.
Announcements are Ghana Police Service, at the Beto Abonte about schedule for recruitment. All the way from August of 2024. Most static processes now.
Yes.
You would know, say, Omanyimu. Answer no being a recruitment crowd within the public sector. No. Omo aye drawn from Ministry of Finance and ese unya clearance. That clearance no authority a ubenya with commitments of Finance Ministry eso omo towards salaries and compensations after omo assessment of allocation or more to give to that agency, ministry or security institution. And yet to say yeah that's sorry after election na osisa enkwala bi a yen check your background yen medical say yen hwe na do makogu training school.
Yeah, but also from their intel and apart from security agencies for no MDSDB recruitment and phone call interview. Omunye medical simple. Ye issue an appointment letters.
I'm telling you, say enya no kre. And me say enya no kre, he who alleges must prove.
Yes.
They should bring proof of any such individual on call interview or apply. The institution did not receive financial clearance for that recruitment within the budget year and walk ahead on their own authority to go and recruit. It hasn't happened. When him say omu recruit you into the police service no. In fact, they were at the Tesano training school before election. They were only released 2 days before election. So omunya den omun kwatuaba no omun back. Police service the list but to all the regional capitals baby are no recruit. It was a public document. A clearance no so free finance ministry ho buy no so de to abonten as a public document. Ministry be our work commitment payment say as Ministry of Information unim say ya procure 40 state of the art LED vans for information services department.
Yes.
And unkwani the major item and in our capex for this year. We were expecting delivery in September, vans in November. But what you say, they have to put in the necessary efforts to make sure say if you go and say me my finance ministry into ya. And to civil servants now who are beneficiaries of this capital expenditure that has been featured in the 2024 budget since November 2023 no also because ya to abama so the remaining mandate of the current administration must expire so that yebe accumulate sika to honum ama wo de abeye adwuma. Does it make sense?
But the argument has been said there is always precedence, and they refer to a letter written by Honorable Osafo to the then outgoing chief of staff. Say, and with your permission, no, make kind
go ahead.
Or say, I write to confirm our agreement reached on the above subject matter per our telephone conversation on December 17th, 2016, which took place within the hours of 17:00 GMT as follows. 1. The current rush to recruit personnel at various MDAs appears improper and must be discontinued. 2. It is agreed that positions such as the government statistician and senior staff personnel of EOCO are highly critical and must only be carried out with the explicit consent of the transition team of the president-elect. 3. It is mutually agreed that the recruitment of the government statistician and senior staff of EOCO and other MDA shall therefore be suspended by the government, considering the short duration of the transition period. We trust that any emergencies that may arise regarding the need for recruitment shall be considered on a case-by-case basis and with the explicit consent of the transition team of the president-elect. This letter was written on December 17th, 2016 to Julius Deborah. Why are you departing from SAR principle?
Obi, Wakasa.
Yes.
It is based on this letter na make us say. The then transition team members from Yeye Party wrote this letter. It is true, dated 17 December to the then chief of staff, telling them that this is what we think should be done. So they should depart from what they are doing. But they stated categorically and by action that the transition team's work does not place an embargo on the executive mandate of the executive president duly elected and sworn in as president of the republic. And after this letter dated 17 December, they went ahead to make all the appointments I mentioned to you on all these institutions. They came after this letter. They went ahead to sign mining agreements, contracts with Exxon Quebec. After this letter. So clearly, they showed us, say, until their mandate, and I have also referred to the contract's execution by Honorable Mama Yarga and the interview he granted. Say his executive of mandate Ghana for their man expires on 6th January 2017. President Akufo-Addo na bind there will expire on 6th January 2025 at midnight, and we are not asking for an hour beyond. But if they stick by the convention and they have shown us the law, And these issues, they even sent it to court. I don't know if you remember. If they have shown us the law, they've shown us the way, I don't know why all of a sudden they will depart from it. Because any area manaka don't pay cry, you say yen chain. Na yen so yamran yen start there afresh. So they should keep the same energy. Na nyame ya adomwa. Sa aka na otwe ahen yadru 7 January. January na beba position obi amfane de nkoni fie. Ye beba omuchi dom prekope. Ni ye papa no, ye beka se mu apiafo. Ni enye no, we will be a responsive and responsible opposition. We will respond accordingly.
And you are saying, sir, recruitment are in the various MDAs. They are according to law, ni bibiano, what happened?
May say if it is legitimate, nothing stops the government, because just as they showed us in 2016, the Transitions Act does not put embargo on the executive authority of the president. Government.
That's
and
true.
There has not been any other convention.
Okay.
No, don't expect so all of a sudden because the tables have turned. I think the smooth thing we have done is to have a peaceful election and also put together a very formidable team from both sides. Say how best we can do the handover.
He makes the point about some payments via agencies need be air to a third party contractor society, ECG for example, over 295 million US dollars to a company. That amount or say will impact on the fiscals of the nation. And clearly the incoming administration should be aware. Who your payment to be say.
Let me remind you, every budget cycle, everyone projections of where they are going to mobilize revenue from. Whether it's from taxation, whether it's for grants, from grants, or whether it's financing.
Yes, me too.
And it is based on all those projections and anticipations in the budget year. And we prepare what we call the budgets. Yes. Omo de call parliament near pass appropriation within the budget period. They are able to spend as much as what they have raised or calculated for.
No.
I believe so from 7 January, where they will do their, I believe said there was supposed to be some appropriation ahead of the budget just to help to pay the salaries for the first 3 months. And then they will go ahead and do substantive budget. Whatever budget they will prepare will take into consideration the revenue that they will raise within that period, what they are able to spend. And Ukraine be advice on what taxes will remain, what they will cut, what they will introduce. And let me remind you that just as we came in whilst they were under an IMF program, we are also living whilst we are under an IMF program. So I've been hinted, said they want to do some reviews of the program. That is fine. I don't have any problem with that. And we will support them within this transition period by the grace of God for us to have a very smooth process. Nothing makes me prouder in times like this than being called a Ghanaian. Because yet here who wants to say enya fe no bi kwa kofo etu ni ejan sekia neke ye metu abangu ye mpesa. And I'll say that whilst we are in government and say that whilst we are in opposition. Even if it's the alternative that is in government, I'm satisfied with that. But they should not think, we've been here before. They should not think, say, because the public and the good people of this country decided to roll the dice and they are beneficiaries of that dice, all of a sudden, even before what is allowed under the constitution allows, that will not be allowed.
Will not happen.
They will not oust the authority of the finance minister. They will not oust the authority of the president. President Akufo-Addo was not given for 3 years and 11 months or 3 years and 10 months. He has a second term of a 4-year mandate. And by the grace of God, he is going to lead through it all until the midnight of 6th January 2025.
I think your point is very well made. In the committee meeting,
the next meeting at 10 a.m. And to me, I am committed to tea to make sure say BBA is smooth. And as I said, Minya be ma felis kwachi ofusu odwane beto on central for static can of course me say if it's one-sided and our side of the narrative is not out there for for the good people of Ghana to hear. It is not fair. And open a dimepia bonting. Ye no free on so on samba ya min samba. Ye beko kukuamuna yakodi enkomo. Na miniminu abema ye how best we will present the position of the transition team. Yes, in a way that brings honor and glory to our beloved country. Because the election is done. The power has changed hands. There is no need for the politicking and embellishment and painting. It will not change anything within the next 4 years. It won't. Into what year we are, let us also finish the remaining term of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Yes, na yenko your opposition in peace.
Just a little.
I am 1 minute.
1 minute to think. I am saying, you see, when it comes to communication, in such a manner, there are parameters. I remember time and I'm OPRC. I'm the only director of board meeting because of the sensitivity of tariffs.
Sure.
So in this, there should be parameters from the transition team, the leadership. The two co-chairs should have let somebody within the team who has a communication background draft guidelines for communication. And in the meeting, after everything is said and done, they should tell the two communications spokespersons
that this is our position.
This is the position. So the opposition side should say at this time the opposition side is NDC should say this is what we want to bring out. Then the government side will say this. Then you all agree at the meeting. You get, because truly it wouldn't be very nice to say Fati Bekasi, ne Felix Bekasi. The backwards and forward is not good for communication. Even if they do not confer, there should be a blueprint for communication. There are blueprints, there are strategies for communication, there are formulas for communication, and I believe the two of them would know what it is, what formula they're in, what strategy they're in, whatever there is for you to communicate based on where you are. You look at the sensitivity of what you are doing. But after everything, and I have advocated for that to say, then the government in power, that's after 7 December, should come and tell us the state of the economy based on what they found out at the transition team. And when that happens, the chairman of the transition team, who is on the side of at that time government, Julius,
new government,
will do the press conference himself or delegate for us to know exactly what is.
Find it out from
the transition team. The transition team, whatever comes out, will tell us the state of our nation.
The economy,
not the economy, the nation.
The nation,
because it encompasses all sectors of the nation. So it will tell us about finances. It will tell us about what we have to do as far as health is concerned. It will tell us works and housing, our housing deficit, what money has been brought in, bilateral arrangements that have been done, grants that have been brought in, how much the money, how it was used, the IMF, where we are. We have every sector, and every sector will give. They will give us
the state of the
sector. So it encompasses everything, and they'll present it to the media, and it will be escalated to everywhere, and there will be, questions, answers, and we all know what it is.
Very well.
As it is now, as a form of strategy, there should be communication guidelines
for the two spokespersons. I agree with you, and I think in principle, everyone agrees. Maybe if you are because this controversy maybe it will come to the attention of the committee.
I mean, say issues where how many people even know I'm on the committee?
I don't even. I also don't like the equalization of my sister. If you condemn something, condemn and say that it is not right. Because you see, then Ofosutu will go somewhere and bring something. Then you go somewhere and bring something. It does not promote cohesion as far as... If she condemns what it is, she condemns it.
Condemn what?
That's whatever protocol that were put in place were not,
the best
adhered to. Do you get me?
Okay.
So going forward, maybe we need to adhere to the protocol that has been agreed. That the two of us must confer. The fact that one is now going into opposition, one is coming into government, does not mean that they are enemies. The best defense minister in this country conferred with the people who are ahead of him, and he told me personally that
the best defense minister.
Yes.
And
okay. He told me personally that he conferred with Akafia. At that time, to confer with Akafia was like say, oh yeah, why you bunny?
Dominic Nitiwula.
The bida.
The best defense minister.
Yes.
And yet Dominic Nitu.
How can Dominic Nitu be the best defense minister? Dr. Efri.
Nana.
Dr. Efri. Dr. Adokofo Efri.
Okay.
And so Kasama no say Papa Dr. Adokofo Adokofo.
Dem say me person make can because
o ka sempa na ebe ba ba so
to you the best defense minister.
Yes, the first defense minister
we've had as a country.
Yes. At this Fourth Republic.
Yeah.
And he consulted. He told me, President Nana, it didn't matter who it was. He consulted. So there's nothing wrong with. We don't know who is going to be the next communications minister. But if at this point Felix is the spokesperson,
to the transition,
and Fati is not information minister to that effect, she's the spokesperson. So if the committee together has maybe someone in our confer, you should confer, but don't come and also sit here to equalize. And this went on, and that one. No.
There be Obin Pacho.
That one I
Pacho, mommy, opportunity not to set the record straight.
Pacho setting the street.
So when who say me buy?
Yes.
Me if you saw more announce if it in Ramon Temenka.
Dabi.
Meaning say ansana bibia me bia efe. Say me frame nua be ma na say anapayishia wo meeting na say ye beji bibia kita ne tablet anani bi ye beji ne ma tum ne diaba. But I'm saying say o breaching protocol no, it's not just a breach. We're making some allegations in that breach, which has to be responded to, because the misinformation and the impression carried with those allegations, no, we can't throw it just away.
You have lost
and make
already.
it appear.
Right now, does it really matter?
Also, Jaiman Kasa.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Transition.
Fatimi Pacho, stay on course for one no see mommy.
Because Nana say ne party nya percentage. So what with the elements? And to Obi, but for those allegations and those comments, but it has become necessary because I've also seen say it's been widely circulated. As if say whatever the convention was under this Fourth Republic, the Akufo-Addo Bawumia led administration is departing from it. And Sesebi, you better asemagu so near so dear. Meme you huano. It is not right.
Very well.
So I am only here to set the record straight, not to equalize.
Mate.
Oh, you be your huano until the kingdom come.
Maminti, Honorable Vondi, who will be coming away who are fair bar na ya can't.
No, well, I mean, Mamintia will now in show it here for.
Congratulations and so.
Thank you.
Honorable Vondi.
Also, I done my band. My catcher say, I know what Mahama will get.
Yes, okay.
And I know that the NPP will struggle to get 4 seats in Greater Accra. And I told you that Mahama, yes, and I told you Mahama will not get anything less than 56%. The records are there.
Honorable Vondi.
Yes.
No, Prophet Vondi.
Yes,
I'm brutal.
I am bigger than a prophet, actually.
And maybe I will do Archbishop and I title
the constituency for more share TSU, Michelle Womanina.
Yes.
Other Womanina say, I mean, it's been very good and nice, you know. I think was right. Like 2020, we knew about 1,800, but this time around it's 4,500 thereabouts.
Hey.
Wow. So we're just trying to consolidate, you know, whatever it is.
But you may swag about power.
What's the wedding ring?
We'll be one of what we need election to say, you know, my main boy, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abaso. And again, my main boy, His Excellency Mahamudu Bawumia Abaso, for his concession.
Yeah.
In fact, listen, I mean, when I was in my constituency, when I listened to him talk, I was just like, oh, this is a gentleman. Because you see, I mean, this world will not end. Of course it won't.
Yeah.
I mean, when we see election, the honorable thing to do, and they say you accept, say, well, you say, look at what happened to Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
I mean, she agreed and she's moving on.
Yeah.
And to me, say few packet rioting here and there, ACC, no. Brazilian idiom, sometimes, will be where we lose the election. Some of the big wings are lost. Sometimes it's difficult to agree, say, this is what is happening to you. For Mibra, Anudompre, for example. I mean, this is a big wing.
Hold on. This is a big wing. This is a big wing of the party.
Yeah. A whole chief whip.
Yes.
And boom. It's not easy. It's not easy. So I understand that, but you see, look, I mean, this world will not end. You don't understand? And those allegations that were coming up and down, say, but I feel, say, it's about time we cool down.
Yeah.
We're running and this is running more than too huge. I mean, 2/3 majority is not a joke.
Yeah.
Who can turn everything upside down?
Everything.
In this country.
Everything.
I mean, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is not a supreme leader.
Supreme leader of Ghana.
He's a king. He says it and it happens. He's the choice of the people. They've handed the entire country to him. I mean, so there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to sit down and watch him do the thing. For me, I think it's good. And Obi, look, I tell you what, let us not pretend in this country.
Yes.
You are going out of government and you are making some very huge payments. I don't know what is urgent about those payments that you can't wait for new administration to look at.
But why should they wait when they still have the mandate?
260 million. In this alien economy, this junk economy where students are struggling to eat, where you've taken this economy to, and you are leaving government. And what surprises me, Obi, and they say, these payments are linked to companies that are supposedly belong to the gentleman who is leaving government.
Those are allegations.
This is why I say supposedly. And I'm surprised and I'm scandalized. Say, and then he attempt to say Sida. I am surprised because we're moving on. We're moving forward. And I thought that these people should know better. My opinion, if you like, is that the resounding victory of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and then the control of Parliament that have been delivered by Ghanaians into our hands must teach all of us a lesson that, hey, cool down, man. Cool down. And it must be a lesson to the NDC too. Remember 2016? How we lost.
Yeah.
In as much as our own was not monumental like this. In fact, NPP's loss in Parliament is legendary. I mean. So, but the point is that it is the same Ghanaians I had to Abano.
Yeah.
So let us not feel that we're here and therefore we're going to be here forever. Our deeds will be judged according to whatever it is that we'll be doing, and 4 years there, it is like 4 days. And so please, let us all of us, let's be very careful.
Okay.
Transition will happen. Unfortunately, I mean, the lies have started again. People are trying to reposition themselves. When you hear Nana Danko Akufo-Addo say that the growth in this economy is about, 7.something% already. I was extremely quiet.
It's not a lie.
I was extremely quiet. And I believe that the moderator, I believe that the moderator of this program.
Honorable. But you also know, sir, for such figures, how do you lie about such figures? Because Parliament, so how would you lie about them?
Fado may not be lying about it.
Yes.
But I'm saying that the cookers of the figures are the people who put it before him
but
to
how
say.
do you cook the figures?
Okay.
If
but we've seen this
quarter
government
growth, 7.2, how is that?
And that cannot be true.
How?
But I don't want to go there because if I want to discuss that, it will take a whole lot of time. So let's not go there. Okay? The American say, let the transition go according to the way it's supposed to go. After all, we have the power now. Okay. Ghanaians will feel very, very comfortable now. The bet tax, bet tax will go. Betting tax will go. The emission tax will go. COVID-19 will go. All of them will go. Ghanaians, e-levy will go. All Ghanaians will be happy. And Ghanaians are happy.
Very well.
But that should be a lesson to the NDC especially. That you see, whatever we do today, we'll be writing the very... And you know, the resounding victory is bringing us to a table that is really hot. Because it's an economy that is not doing well. You see all the monies that have been borrowed. This is the time that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is going to work, and we must deliver.
Okay.
So it's not going to be easy. Okay. Nobody should think that we've come to a table of luxury. Hey, let us also chop some. No, man. You got to cool down, man. No, we're not crying. We're not being very careful.
The president-elect in this interview, Delhi Graphic, I report here, and or say, President-elect John Dramani Mahama has indicated that his government will review and adjust existing agreements with Ghana's development partners to better meet the needs of the public. This move aims to put Ghana and its partners on the same page regarding the aspirations of the people as outlined in the incoming government election campaign. The newly elected government president said the adjustment was crucial and would help put the new government that would be inaugurated on January 7th on the same springboard with our development partners to begin the rebuilding of the economy and the country. There is a quote attributed to him or say, I don't kid myself that it is going to be an easy task.
Absolutely.
It is going to be quite tough. I anticipated that we were going to win, but I didn't anticipate the margin by which we were going to win. Ain't Wajia Tum said the task ahead would be daunting, but I had you bibia meet the needs of the Ghanaian people. Yes,
especially now. We've been under an IMF program.
Yes,
your third review and our fourth disbursement. About December.
Yes,
BBBRA Ecoso Bank of Ghana, Ministry of Finance, IMF 40 hasi. Money.
Sure.
You know they have country representatives. They have experts who have walked through everything we have done every step of the way.
Yes.
And let me even commend Honorable Mohammed Amin Adam. Since he became a finance minister, every single month, or monthly economic updates. Or my updates anyway, na se IMF be review biya. Osane both the country representative Stefan Rude and the Bank of Ghana governor, Dr. Addison. Omoye joint press briefing. Emma Monsen Trofo nyina ebetina honomoka. Whatever the data is, enye bibi e wokokom. When himself for the first 2 quarters of this year, omo de beto abonten say your growth rate for the 2 quarters average growth rate near 5.8%. So what can the first quarter and the second quarter boomer? It's estimated say your average growth rate for the 3 quarters is 6.3%. So and these were projected because even IMF, any S&P, any Moody's, TNU, almost share your recovery post the global cost of living crisis. Projections so mama they started reviewing it upwards. So enya say obetima ka say me enam say me ni aban mu ntino me so omanya obi o statistical service one o hye kokwa mu no okuki figures bi say ne okuki figures de koto aba enka 2016 ka NDC enka omu kuki more than 3.6% growth no me de koto aba and America said the die has been cast. The people have chosen former President John Dramani Mahama to lead them in these times. We do not have any problem with that. We will give you all the opportunity to serve, but it cannot change the narrative and the record of President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. And we are insisting, we are insisting on this record because the duopoly or Ghana former President Mahama se Ghana for man honeymoon. No we on yejuma. Men can nada achana June na honeymoon face ne twam. They will go back to say he na near war under ona won't tell you media me publications now all over. And to me say me my video no I'm telling you on authority enti the obi ma me come and say we are na nanso aka enti me say honeymoon face ni betwa mu no by the end of the year Ghanaians are going to check on their salaries, on every social project, on every promise, on the 24-hour economy, and all that. I am saying, I'm saying, the only reason why we need to defend the exit record because we cannot lose that narrative for someone to say growth rate. No,
and I think on the growth rate figure again, the demographic report, economy grows 7.2% in third quarter. McLean Kofi writes for the Daily Graphic, because Ghana's economy grew by 7.2% year on year in the third quarter of this year compared to the 2.2% recorded in the same period last year. The Ghana Statistical Service has revealed this growth is the strongest since pre-pandemic levels, with the last comparable performance being a 9.1% expansion in the second quarter of 2019. On a seasonally adjusted basis, the country's real gross domestic product increased by 1.7% in Q3 of 2024 compared to the second quarter, slightly higher than the 1.6% recorded in Q2 of 2024. There is a part of the story that says the industrial sector recorded the highest real GDP growth of 10.4% year on year, followed by the services sector at 6.4%, while the agri sector recorded a growth rate of 3.2%. In the way GSS data in the honorable
Obi,
it cannot be a lie.
Obi, please.
Mr. 1 minute. This issue of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama talking about honeymoon was very contextual.
Okay.
We should not extend it to other areas.
Okay.
Now we'll meet a group of TUC4 and now more about almost salary increases.
Yes.
And I'll say a salary increases now or jitum set as I said you increase your more salaries.
Exactly.
But oba he will increase it, but
obey time
kakra
exactly.
Because after transition in near my be hu nyina no so otime boaboa no na enya de a wontua wo mo because onim se eye statutory onim se eye compulsory inti ombe man no time kakra. He didn't talk about the whole country because enkope honeymoon na anko won kase the first 14 days obefa ni ministers 120 days near mo obeye nyina ade ma. The man is not asking for a honeymoon, so nobody should come and tell us NPP former lose election. They should be humble. Saturday as if all of a sudden as if attack. They should be humble. They should be humble enough to reflect and know say
it is your money ko na mo nkasa.
No, but say me enya mo twantro bebrebe sa still
the beautiful ladies I met here today, they don't want me to talk. These beautiful ladies that I met here today, they don't want me to talk.
Okay.
Co-opted. Oh yeah, CPP new
okay, mama menye we mra me ba honorable Vondin so ebekasa. Ye ba sisi amuntie we ye ba.
Franco, esa the electrical appliances for Frabejaswo. Washing machines, Asian women yopo, CCTV cameras, any dog clear. I be you know that several mobile phones, this are iPhones, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any dear keka, anyone says na Franco. In Albania dear papa, ne water foam say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, essential tabletop, double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden cry. Franco, Kwabata be a benwo, name of head office, a wada braka, one in Roxy Cinema, the enemy, friend 0246 422 338, and a 055 5939 311. Franco, electrical appliances, papa, if
Ecobank Mobile, they make me say, Ecobank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Download it. You go enjoy it. In my check. You can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even just tights with the Apple. Ecobank Apple.
Life is easy with the Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with Ecobank.
Kim promise.
25th December. 25th December. Oseko Maya Rediana. Oseko Mehu Apeti. Logi Entertainment. Any Ratchet Park. I did the biggest show ever. To the event of the year. Event of the year. Where need the Kankra? I shock you home. Yeah, Daddy Ahunfe, a man in a quadro, your legend, Daddy Lumba, Daddy Bayens and Chenu stage in a sweat be mad, and you know, Black Sharif, Kofi Kinata, Wendy Shea, Fabia, Kim Paluta, and Minimum to Fobe Brebe. So just imagine, say the creme de la creme, go one stage is so performing. What? Bring a Bayan there, 25th December, in Yaniche Ratchet Park, a Honey Boss, 7 p.m. sharp. And you Medina start your ticket, and now table to see ya. Another star 714 star, 003 star, 4 hash, 0506 677 742, and now 0244 602 800. Event of the year, Jumadi, Omamasua Sneer, Mystically Yours, and a Logi Travel and Tours. Catch you when you're not Kanchania. Adiana Peke. Papa somewhere 26 December 2024 KP New Era in collaboration with Gold Coast by Restaurant Deba Kwesi P live in concert. You need the legendary Kwesi P and you to Fokuku Dame Tejina stage back Swama Diachewe Bishop Siame Kwame Kamido Raskuku Asatera Kwesi P live in concert Kai say Basso 26 December 2024 venue Gold Coast Pine Restaurant, Cantonment, Police Headquarters Nechipe, our cry, 8 p.m. near Chassis. Rate regular, 200 cities, and a VIP 300 cities. And to where the show, over to me a ticket reservation. Press 0244 782 866. Ubenya Binsu of vtickets.com. And dial *714 *59 hash net all ticket. Numekwa Suyasene, Ghana National Gas Company, a large vision herbal clinic, Darling Lemon Drink, and Point Homeopathic Clinic. Market 26 December calendar this wall. I am Kwesi P live in concert. Malaysia.
What happens when ancient days meet modernity? What happens when a goddess wakes up in an era of digital chaos? Witness the epic battle between the past and the present. Catch the intrigue and suspense in Amwanime's era, a brand new epic telenovela showing Mondays to Fridays on Aquaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and Go TV channel 102. Available on DSTV Access and Go TV Plus. Dial *759 hash to stay connected.
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Oh, Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi no asoguso a wotie no ma ye nase ne ma munyina akwa babio honorable Vondi wa ha honorable Fatima Abubakar information minister e wa ha na ya Jantoa former general secretary CPP e wo e ha we say Obi I want to commend Honor Nanaya jumped on her suggestion about communication for the transition team. This is the first time she has spoken well on your program. Sofa Kojo Ewo North Rage in Accra. This one says, can Mahama survive if any attempt to if there is any attempt to touch the constitution? Asante Bismarck. And that narrative then so start here again Ruth about a possible amendment of constitution in Sensembe. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay. This election is due to Russia-Ukraine war. That's all. Akwesi Kumase. Akwesi, thank you so much for your thoughts. This one says, Obi, I am Kwesi from Oyibi. Please, why is the lady there missing the issue? She is overly simplistic and sound rather narcissist in her submission. Her hate for the NPP is too much, and that makes her nauseating listening to. Okay, Pakwesi Edie, and on the Pakwesi, I mean, that's the beauty of our democracy. We can always agree to disagree. Please, be telling Nanaya to be peaceable. It's God's commandment. She shouldn't paint Ghana black. She should be peaceable for once, please. Philip T and Ordene Die Abainti. People are not particularly happy about Nanaya Jantua. 0548 443 523. A WhatsApp number, I don't know. 0548 443 523. Na yenye kind of messages amount. Where's Obi? Please tell my beautiful lady the office that her brother Eugene says that if I get her right, then it will suffice that just as it happened in 2017, where the new government cancelled and suspended, in some cases, appointments made by the exiting administration. I hope she does not come on your show and lament. Eugene Elliott, Nediwe Abreye, and he sends the result for Clote Corley constituency, or say Dr. Zaneto Ajman Rollins near 39,997, Valentino Nino Inoti in 23,716, rejected ballot 330. In the vote difference, no, 16,281. Wow, I thought that constituency would be competitive. I say Zaneto Emma Naye Wabo Valentino Poto. Ewo Clote Corley 16,000 vote difference. Wow, that's really massive. Ma yenche other ones briefly. We say, Obi, please tell my auntie Nanaya Ajantwa that she should allow my sister Fati to flow. We shall bounce back stronger. Cheers to you, Honorable Kwame Poku CID, Amansie South District Chief Executive. And on the way Abraham. We say we yaw a free deputy CEO of Ghana Investment Promotion Center. Or say Obi, what is Nanaya on about? Why is he fluctuation from issue to issue? Or say she talks about mistrust, etc. What's the evidence? This was a transparent election, but it's been marred by the NDC thuggery, burning EC offices and putting the parliamentary ballot into disrepute. Duress was the order of the day. We say Obi, some hooligans in Suhum went to the coalition center at Sutesco to vandalize items during the counting process. It had to take the military intervention to even get Protozoa out of the place. Alex Martinson, Suhum. We say Obi, we've lost the elections and it's great that we have accepted it in good faith. The reasons for the defeat is multifaceted, and everybody in the party, including myself, has a share of the blame. One thing I'm so happy and confident about is that we will not despair, but regroup and come back stronger. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona, Odobing, and on the way Abraham Kwesi Yedase. Obi, our regional secretary is also part of the blame. He cannot run away and put the blame on government officials, even though some of them are part. He was the one choosing parliamentary candidate of his choice in Greater Accra. Yao, Ewo Anya Soutuum constituency.
How many states do they have now? 3.
In Greater Accra,
they have 3.
3, but they say they would add some 4 to make it 7.
How would they add it?
Say some 4 are contentious now.
Which contentious?
Almost say Dome kwa benya.
Oh, masa stop that.
Nasa na wahana na obo.
Oh, stop that. Dome kwa benya. How? I mean, come on. Come on, how?
It has been called for the lady
come on.
Ambassador Michael Jr.
And so what? Ambassador and so what? Obeko Kotana.
And who name NPP candidate now? Ambassador Michael Jr.
I'm sure you're not being sarcastic anyway. You know. This election, a lesson to all of us politicians. So,
arrogance, they are more.
A political position and your possession. So it's a lesson to all of us. What I say, you can do anything you want when you're on power.
Yeah,
but there'll be a judgment day. There'll be a judgment day. Look, bra MPP fuangasa ba ya makachere nanado se oma ofuriata kanufuriata nko enanko tie ya anka ebia
otimi salvage shape ne kakra
a little. It wouldn't be so, but at least number 2, oyi kanufuriata now the deputy bishop or
yes.
So there was nothing really.
Not the Minister of State.
Exactly, Minister of State. So there's nothing really new about, because didn't do anything so new from what Ofori was doing. And it was the same thing.
Okay.
And there were some things, not yabon de see, Parliament, the hang Parliament, and but they didn't take advantage of it.
Okay.
We were fighting e-levy like something. NDC, we were fighting e-levy. But in any case, say e-levy bar at the or how better Ghana for us because we'll be ambassador between at all. Now said the two of Ghana for us one at the buy, a buyer the buyer no. And a benya home and so as bonny. But a year fighting, I thought we're helping the government not to bring it so that the government could have some sympathy from the people. But look, bet young Kolai at the time I would bet tax by ye. It was not politically sensible. But I don't know. Well, we are there now, so we want to see how it looks like. As if say, power. You see, I don't know. Betty, she can't no more accumulative from Betty.
Okay.
Almost say E-levy was going to solve all our problem. It was going to create job. It was going to do this infrastructure. I ain't no man mobilize what E-levy.
Yeah.
And so the point is that look at the COVID-19. Yarea ba nipa su ekum nipa. Ye fa ho di gi nipa no to wo yarea no ho. Aba HIV is ba ye gi to wo ho. Wuti ya wo ya wo kotua to. Aden na COVID-19 aba akwai ye da ho tuatua to. Really some of the things that this government did, in fact they have no option than to go home. And the loss was really huge. I have not seen it before in my entire life. It was legendary. And for me, it's a lesson to all of us politicians. You see, when you take office, you're supposed to serve the people.
Yes.
The people should not serve you. And I tell you something that Nana Akufo-Addo did that destroyed them totally.
I know you're there.
Sir, walk on him for to an ordinance order. I'm so sorry. Are you a monarch? Are you a king? You are just a politician. You are nobody. Sometimes I'm like, no one or two for, and you are doing it at the time of election. And what honest, and people are so angry already about the way you are running the economy. The only thing you can do is to go and tell their leaders, their traditional leaders, I'm sorry, you do with your left hand. Sometimes you do no sorry, I stand with you. Really? Such a disrespect to the PC. When you disrespect the leader of the people, you disrespect all of them. And I'm no surprised to say, send no for no chieftaincy idea womo impantu. But we are police station, you cry now we just find zero. Yeah, it's yes. So you see, it's a lesson to all of us.
The running mate of the NPP issue statement, Mamin Kaina Watwaso, where Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe, Vice Presidential
Another disaster
candidate
for them.
Nyabot.
Another disaster.
Mamin Kainwi Nyabotre. I say, Opeso said the Wakenya.
It was nice though.
Mano na okwa we say the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections resulted in a victory for the National Democratic Congress. This was not the outcome we in the NPP envisaged, but we respect the verdict of the Ghanaian people. To Ghanaians, we have heard you clearly, and with humility we accept. We would work with you to get it right. I'm grateful to the Lord Almighty, the giver of life, for bringing me this far, and for the honor of this opportunity given me to serve my party and Ghana. I've had extensive discussions with our flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to reflect on the outcome of the elections, and in good time, we shall reflect further as a political party on the causes of our 2024 election laws. I'm grateful to His Excellency the Vice President for nominating me as his running mate, and to the NPP leadership for the overwhelming support I received. I thank the party faithfuls, my team, family, friends, and countless others for their confidence reposed in the ticket and for this enterprise. I believe in the NPP's values, ideals, and traditions as we go into a period of honest introspection and reflection on this electoral verdict. I'm confident that we will emerge stronger and bounce back to win the trust, confidence, support, and affection of Ghanaians. May God bless Ghana and the NPP and make us all resilient and strong. Thank you. Signed, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe. The statement of the Abetu.
Obi. Yes. See, I tell you what, chunk of MPP's voters are Antwaba Ama MPP. They did not because of Napo.
How?
And I'll tell you why.
What research
I'll tell you why
to come to that conclusion?
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Can I finish? So let me tell you.
I understand.
So let me tell you why I think so.
Yes.
Number one,
yes.
The very first day I hear Napo, Nasamo Kanye, Egu Dr. Osajifu Kwame Nkrumah and Mase took a lot of vote away from the NPP.
But he apologized.
No. You see, you don't shoot and take it back. You see, a man, your words must be like a bullet. When you shoot, you don't bring back. And no matter what you say, I am sorry, whatever it is, the words are already gone. Number two. On says a statement in a year. Say, I am sort of poor noa and call Kabikra Tia President Kufuor. So, what's a statement in a year? So yan son na puano ntamwa and Kabikra Tia President Kufuor. That was one of the huge, voter or the free MPP for. Number two, Oko campaign. The jokes were too much.
Jokes, man.
Sir, or son, or I know. Hey, you are doing serious business to extend. Say, Utimi Koma will run parliamentary candidate in Sasso, vote for John Mahama, and vote. Or catch us a Charlie. No.
Slip of tongue.
That is too huge. That is too huge. Or correcting Ukranwa. No, still I know man is as Mahama. Oh, sorry, not me see Bawumia.
Also had such a slip.
Yeah. No, but it is not so huge.
President Mahama has not also a slip.
May say,
I mean, we shouldn't
say
some of the
slips you can.
President Mahama slip.
Because omunyi NDC in free.
When did he say that?
Oh, the video was all over.
So the point is that.
Yeah.
You see, Napo's demeanor, what people expected. Shenana, the vice president-elect, the way of organizing the acceptance speech, the way of reading, the way of Kasai. Clearly, you had a lot to tell. I was saying that her speech was a whole book, as a political lesson to be added to the university, for political lessons. It was just so beautiful, and he organized the base. But Ujafodiano, it kind of splitted it and I say base no kra. That was one of the things call etia MPP. The next thing is that the MPP thought that they were never ever going to lose power. Utie mi bra champo. So and then obetimi aka say for power to me mobi. You were not the presidential candidate anyway. The presidential candidate Mahmoud Bawumia say oka say waje mu no ubeyanden. So some of the species angered the people. Come deme. Me nyeduane ni. Free SHS awodi abe ayetruka. Ufuka unye sikentua. Hwe de petrol, hwe dollar de aye. Wonim say sebio me nuan ma santifo ne di dwa bebre. Inti dollar no affect wo mu direct. Kumasi anana ko hwe the voter apathy wo. Ono anko tokura no aka se wanto. Na se ni nyina mu no, utumi ko kase ye njamu na nyamu tu pa akoshepo.
Okay.
You anger the people.
Mate.
What you say na make an answer. So yen nyina yen sua de. Mommy yen nyina sua as politicians.
Okay.
Let's be respectful. Let's respect the people who gave us their mandate. And then you see kokromoti we ho. Only PhD and I say you. I've been saying to some people say jokingly, we're supposed to even take some people out of deciding who should be president in this country. What they are saying. But they are all part of the kokromoti over there. It doesn't. So you must show some level of tolerance, humility, and respect to the people.
And it's your second term in Parliament.
Yes.
What kind of Parliament are we expecting in this 9th Parliament? Looking at the numbers.
You see, I expect in our mind and our heart, as the NDC, a very smooth to go Parliament, but a very dangerous to us. Smooth. Easy to go. The MPP can go to bed for all we care. They can decide not to come to Parliament. We have the majority to form quorum, to take decisions and all that. So it's a very easy
amend
portions of the Constitution. Yeah. So it's a very easy to go Parliament for us, but it is dangerous for us. You know why it is dangerous?
No.
We can easily sleep on the job, and we can be punished for it.
Yeah.
So that is why we need to be extremely careful. Let me caution and advise. 1 year, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ministerial appointments and all that.
Boards,
and we must be extremely careful. Otherwise, the legacy that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama want to leave for Ghanaian people, we can erode those. And when
legacy. That happens, you'll be punished at the polls.
The point is that this talk I around say we should amend the constitution for
another term.
I don't think that we should be thinking that way. We have jobs to do. Those are not things we should be thinking about now. 4 years now, you see, I'm for the children into us or so whatever they say it. Let us do what we are giving today now. And you see, I trust His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I trust him with all my heart and with all my mind. He would deliver. Nana is a very serious woman. Let me say, look, Nana will help John Dramani Mahama. This country, we would truly reset this country. Look, we would let Ghanaians feel, say, we have people who respect them and are leading this country.
Okay.
And I tell you what, Nana would deliver. When you listen to Nana's acceptance speech,
yes,
it will tell you that Nana is ready for the job and Nana will deliver. She will have His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Okay.
And I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever at all that Ghana will see a brighter day.
Medase. Fati na memra na na
yes. Elder kakra bi na me pesa meka. So ebi mu bi baby say osonoto for my boy bi ai ebonu bi. The issue is that, and there is nothing wrong with that. Me gidi sa abrabo kra nso hwenim no ne neche say em say wa amba wi ase. Obi enipa bia ne nyame de beso na hwe. Enti de me hu a loss no as the end of the world. I think say a opportunity a nyame ede kan ye say onu ni nyame adwuma bi wo he say ya ahobrase mu ne ani de mu ye beden ye betimi aye atoto niema but I don't think say it is fair say abribi ebesi nkonwa ye bema akwanya na me yasoa blame ni nyina de ama nipa baako ya lose election into all of a sudden your friend is saying NDC for nyina done data analysis showing us nipa enam no so near Lucy. I think the new patriotic party and the outgoing government will be more interested in doing a research surgically and reaching out to the base of our party in all humility to ensure that we know exactly why we had low turnouts, exactly what happened. What is behind us is gone. We are moving on. But I think say it's unfair. Say Rebecca say na to send obubo di I don't even want to repeat it. Na meka no. Say yankunimdie na ba ya minjin di say betena ha nko no pene ye de anyunyam no be den e be hye no nti I think it is unfair. Say me bra ayi nipa ba ko pe wo ye party no e de aso ani ti say na say na meka no.
No, he's not the only person. No, all of them together. But we're only dealing with them one after the other. What you say? If we want to talk about Baumia, it is about the lies.
I am saying
the lies.
Obi, as leader, as a leader,
yes.
Me, semi pia bontin na bia se bia yifu soldiers ni bi na ehia ka se mo amu leadi ye no mo leadi akodu ha se ame meje atum mpacha ote na me pa che na se because I can't escape responsibility. Even samitere bi kwa na ka se oh wo de won ka ho eye we mu na ye I think say bibia ye frɛ abrofo frɛ bibi collective action senka ni onyam ba ye na ye nyina ye be den ye be himu a aningwase ba amede meboji. So I don't want to sit here and allow for us to handpick any individual. Obia wo mistake. Ye nyina obia anya mistake a minji ndisenka this is the outcome. Obia wo ni mistake. I make me as an individual whatever I thought I could do in my capacity as minister, deputy minister, as deputy director, I've done it.
But they let
we are say nyame oboy en satia nyina anyepe. Me nkasa I'm the best thing to have happened to my ministry. Nyame ma those who can even do better come after me because that is what Ghana deserves. But medie mayema for mudie. Nemom ye beje tum say we have a collective responsibility for the outcome ye party nenya. Emom go back to the drawing board and engage san komo no enye nne ye bedi wa ha me kra de menya enkenye radio so ni TV so nkomo kra. We should take our time and quietly underground reorganize and regroup and come back. And me, my spirit is high because I know the party that I belong to, and I know the new patriotic party will bounce back in ways that will beat the imagination of men. This is a hurdle in our tracks. It's not the end of the road. Nyame ma yenkwa tenteni ahonde nko a sene ensuo to yes ana wi anso so boy be ye da foforo be ba betina ha say me say da foforo be sa betina say na me ya
started wishing us bad already.
Maka already say media minya
said yes
media
Abaya de bote chili de bebo ba.
Very careful and responsible.
They will do the work the way Ghanaians expect.
Yes.
Because me ni baby ko. O mine ye nyina ye den ye timu.
We will do it.
So for baby mo bom pa mama. Yes. But the point is that mo anya ni ye nso e be den ye beka. Enye mpo na ye beka. Ghana for na bebo mu nkonsa. Na emo ma bro mu bom nkon. Ma anya ni no mu bom nkonsa. Omomra na ya ready. No, maybe I wish you all the best. I wish Ghana success in all things because minjin this say me a minority will be me wa brochira Rebecca say oh you black. You will be treated poorly as they treat every minority. Baby, will be a minority. Say your gender money treaty was a minority. Are you getting the picture? Say even a busuamu pony treaty as a minority. I baby, I'm free. And I'm grateful for every opportunity. But me say, yentimi metana radio so. Na ye nyi content kura na nipa mienu. E me go o mani mu asense o mudi. Ese asemese ne obenti nti na election. The leadership of the party, they know what to do. And all of us, our spirit is high to help them, for all of us to do what is best for our party, for us to recover in record time.
Who will be your next presidential candidate? Maybe some sister somehow. Maybe some sister.
The work of our party.
Maybe some sister. Who will be your next presidential candidate?
It does not lie with me.
It's not a fair question anyway.
What's the press statement be by from Nana Poku?
Nana Poku de men sign kaima wana.
Yes, if you de ni bia na e paluta.
Obi.
Ene de mini.
Obi, me so Nana time we twam.
Na wa unu ya Nana Poku na ya ma bona yam sa.
Yes, if you no ni na food on Obi, do you know something? The constituency, do you know what happened? 3 days to the election, my opponents went for one band. Be a friend of you, Bango said, "Hey, do one more band? Hey, do one more kada UT. This is open one messa. Almost sayana messa. The elections are not held yet. Why are you doing this to yourself? Almost sayama ditching. And ditching you got to abeya. From the form. And I'm supporters. Me cover the same band as here.
Elections are party. I was a baby only lose.
What's serious?
I'm who says sanity. Party do baby no almost 2016. NPP for NDC4.
Yes, I am.
If you are not,
I don't know where Mahama paper.
What I say, and I will so you is Fiana, but the Musa in press release is Fiana Paluta, a president. I know the I'm a patch. There be more than Yemi Pisano. They have me there. So in Patronia, but we are Nana, Mamma, come on, election, Kauko honeymoon. Oh, Mamma,
no, really.
Sichiniano so why sisters I know you yani sister obi aye mananampon obi
manisimandum no fa ka manisimandum
aye then say
yes
fatika sa wasi omo ba be reset
resetting.
What can reset?
Oh, you use our word.
Oh, you should reset when you want. Now, what to mean? Check. What's yes? I should near resetting.
Man can reset.
I've on one him see me resetting.
Man patcho, yeah, reset.
Hey, on one come back and yeah, reflect. What's it reset and reflect? Regrouping.
Reorganization.
But it means the same thing.
It means the same thing. OBA.
And
no, because a deputy CEO of GIPC.
Yes.
Or me make be about a minim de maker. And on NTNE.
One castle win him there.
There be was it me mistrust.
In the east, you know. And also evidence of mistrust in a day.
The Afrobarometer, there no kind. 68% of Ghanaians.
To the evidence.
What is
perception?
What am I saying? 68% of Ghanaians. And near me, of course, it created mistrust. No, deputy C. The GIPC deputy CEO Baho. Maybe a Juma or 10 years of GIPC, you will see you.
They say I don't more deputy C.
And when they blow to government,
it is how also stress Mahama be chair.
Oh, make him.
Uncha deputy.
For what? GIPC, we are officers for every department. Why do you need a deputy CEO?
Or for minister sister, uncha deputy CEO.
A deputy CEO the other day. The ministry in Pacho, we are working. It is not strange. Baby, I need a unit banner sanema where you cost to know. Deputy CEO, Sneak Government Office. The ministry should say, Mama, get here at the Snooker. We are doing 16. The constitution says a 19 cabinet. Makai Mashada can. The always says here with a transport. I actually 22. Into what the railways in Nihua aviation Numinako share transport as here. Why you 3 film? I can say.
But I mean, it's also for deputies, baby. No.
Deputy for deputies, me saying. Okay, yeah, fancy 16. What for deputies? 2 craft, 32. What for region meter 16? Still a biaka.
What can the trash out?
No, but still a biaka. What is the infant? They say, my sister would be 16. Now for deputy ministers 2 for each ministry and yet 32. Now for 16 for a region minister says and you're 48. Still I can say I can't share 12. What did I major? So okay, Kaboma. I can't share 12 because there were 22 railways, aviation, one, communication and information, one. You are going drilling down to about 16, 17. Into 5 deputies is also 111. I'm saying, what for regional ministers 111? You are doing 48, still like a 12. Where the cost is no a government machinery. Any deputy CEOs. So it's my government machinery. Don't go for be a near national presidential staffer. Near no money you tell muko because in Kofoni baby almost government machinery no you tell almost salary and casa. What's the man say? Yeah, share almost go through conditions like a civil service because presidency in a civil service. Into the demo will be a free zones. Obishak hire the man because you are employing. You will PR for your man or your sound listing your graphic designers a honor cost no. Into the Bianan for kind of ministers, young computing cost of ministers and Kwan. Young computing cost of government machinery. Government machinery is different from the ministers. Obi never breaking it down. Masha that kind 22.
No, my manko phobia juma na men sign run away, mammy. Yango cargo drivers. Soon say Ote Yango drive hailing apps na a car and ketwa and amount for tide. This time the Yango 4 is doing something new. On which same was a cargo car, but it say Daihatsu Hijet. Abuso Kaimachu Sana Bibrina Freno, and ye Kia Bongo. And answer closed van, but it say Hyundai 800 na Nasa upese wunya sika up to 8,000 Ghana cedis every week. Me pacho Yango for an opportunity to be a Yango partner when a delivery service na ye tonsa efre new cargo drivers. Someone join it. It's the fastest growing team and make some money. The here say cargo car bia abuso kan macho ni bi Kia Bongo sa Hyundai Hayes cars ni bi de seat bia ni train van wutimi eyusu e de delivery sir me pacho you have the opportunity to become a Yango partner. Now imagine say unya 8,000 Ghana cedis every week. Yango cargo courier and amount flexible working hours like when and how long you want to work. A sum of additional bonuses for top performers up to 4,700 Ghana cedis. Bonus here, they apart from 8,000 additional bonuses are obitima sign enya. Say a non-branded car or car no person will be branded with Yango BBR. Yabema 50 Ghana cedis additional for 5 trips. 150 Ghana cedis additional for 10 trips. 400 Ghana cedis additional for 15 trips. 850 Ghana cedis additional for 20 trips. 1,250 Ghana cedis additional for 25 trips. We have 30 trips. You have an additional money of 1,800. We additional bonus. 35 trips. You have 2,300 Ghana cedis additional. 40 trips. You have 3,200 Ghana cedis additional money. So would you need a branded truck? Open say the Yango way in a bonhwa. Also extra bonus of 1,500 Ghana cedis for 35 trips. It's amazing. Just download Yango Pro on your smartphone. Choose your city. A park me awo na wa call it to the phone number of a park in the app. So opesa utimun semu ya friend number 0509 131 143 0509 131 143. It's a glorious opportunity. At the amount 0509 131 143. So cargo car bia you can join and become a partner of Yango. Na sika will be make here so when and so catch it. Take advantage, Mr. Remo. Nana, yes.
Obi, you see, I had an interest in this because Mr. Senko focus as Excellency Mahama on to me for 60 ministers. And so I decided to go into it to interrogate it to be sure say it's possible.
Okay.
Me it's now a public service for 27 years. I started very young. Me free mukrana mindi 50 but me koye.
Okay.
So the point is that there are chief directors in the ministries. What is their job? They have to help the minister administratively.
Yeah.
There are directors of departments. So for instance, aviation. railways, transport. There can be directors who are aviation patrol airport from Kumasi airport. They say Pempe the first or more charter Ethiopian Airlines man be trace or no. A dear Ben ho. You would 2 local aircraft pay. And an airport is why should aviation have a ministry? It can be a department under the Ministry of Transport.
Okay.
Not director done. Then there's a chief director. Then there's a one deputy minister. Do you know that normally deputy ministers, cause ministers in more majuma, most of them ministers in more who they are because a juma and also sassy be rules. So minister and the chief director ye name one shall deputy minister no. So what is the point? But me one near talk amount a top petrol ye bibia. So once they are chief directors who are your friend is saying public servants no. The chief directors will work with the ministers. So then you have one deputy in case he say also benya schedule. But largely no, all these departments will have a director. So there's no need to bloat that side. Inti me say I'm here work and I'm who said the 60 is possible.
Okay.
Also, I said, His Excellency Mahama can take 60 ministers, take deputy ministers, take regional ministers, and get an extra 12. You just to amalgamate the ministries.
Because of 16 regional ministers.
Yes.
Now I 16 ministers.
60, that's 32.
And now you're 32.
Yes.
Now say
I 16 deputy ministers.
16 deputy
and
ministers.
48. I got 12.
Now I got 12.
Yes.
Now some ministries will be here 2
deputies. No. Now what they account. She is done. You see, it is about hard work. It is about me commitment for His Excellency Mahama to succeed because I believe in him.
But so Oyis has 16 years. The real issue with the Office of Government must now work out. And yet just ministers.
Base now from the honor Nipa may be enforcing way pay you money at the Nakosho. Yenya baby fanako way pay you money at Nakosho. I believe that His Excellency John Dramani should grow entrepreneurs. Do you get me? 100 people, young men. Obi Munum say young people.
No so bit may be a juma.
For who expertise may be a legal who bet may be a big legal firm now for young lawyers. A friend is saying Oman Oman and Nam Hojuma, Obetime be a bigger or fan for. So he should grow 100 1 year so grow 100 entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs who can also multiply and take people to work. What am I saying? So these are some of the things that Obetime aye. Because BBI government machinery, BBI government machinery. At the end of the day, he realizes that he has bloated the flat staff out, but not a fault of his own. Because grassroots are looking for jobs, because jobs have not been created. Now, Obasoso only one money AGI, Guta ni abeti me migrated to AGI migrate. Because some of the Guta people they have money. The market women they have money. Only investment plan biya. As I say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Timima put Ghana Investment Promotion Center to use for them to come up with business plans. In Kofo Mu Sika Betimi tapu in Obi or business acumen. Business plan on Kwa yen baby at $3,000. Ofu so nisika. Until let the GIPC, the Free Zones Board, the Ministry of Trade come together and look at the sectors that are available. What kind of business opportunities are there for people to take advantage of?
GIPs, why you Juma?
Yes, me Juma 10 years. Now me Juma Free Zones Board 4 years.
And I
PURC 14 years.
In any of those agencies, no bit my boa or mine.
Of course, why not? So my Juma director makes me a boa a settle. Because for me, I want him to succeed. And you see, the things are was sexy. This nipa benya jumaye. It is key. You have institutions that are meant to create businesses. We shouldn't always look out at the outside investor, and he should also look at renegotiating our natural mineral agreements for it to benefit us as Ghanaians. Oil agreements, gold, all of them. Bauxite, he should sit down and let some people be in a group to renegotiate so that the renegotiation part should benefit the people of Ghana. It is very key.
Yeah.
Se nipa nya aduane di an ho ato no. Na me minim say Excellency John Dramani Mahama de, he knows how to feed.
Na me share ne Mahama's first 120 days social contract with the people of Ghana. And nominate within the first 14 days, complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. Number 2, constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days in office. And I established a robust code of conduct. But the 4, hold the national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide.
Because out of this,
it's also
a import substitution plan.
Sure.
An import substitution plan that looks at there was 70% imports. That looks at maybe for now a 25, maybe 45, or a 30-40. That we do 30 in Ghana and import 40 for the while, so that the market will gradually grow and we reduce our import. And when we reduce the importer, the strength of the cedi will rise because the pressure to change cedi into other currencies a better form. Or cause a code of conduct, a code of conduct and KPIs.
That way, a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials.
KPIs. He should give
key performance
indicators. As I say, every minister be obefani be ordin a work plan bechere. Ma omuko retreat ma obi a be show ne work plan. Adwuma ye de amano.
So the Paul Kagame ye were Rwanda.
Yes, a work plan to show how are you going to execute what I've given to you. But on the side of it, I say immediately or monitoring and evaluation committee, so that monitoring and evaluation committee will evaluate your work plan to see say it is within any ministry and now with department in here.
But first 120 days, promises near 26. So far I'm above 4 pe. Number 5 here. Within my first 90 days, a honor scrapping of draconian taxes.
When there's a 1 day business.
Yeah, e-levy, COVID levy, 10% levy on bet winnings. But any easy sao.
You have to come to
parliament.
No, apart from even parliament.
Go to cabinet.
The ones now, IMF conditionalities.
Okay.
Renegotiating that deal and all of that. Okay. But the IMF will tell you, say, uyi e-levy, COVID levy. How do you plug the hole?
There will COVID levy in IMF when we buy before.
No, I'm only saying
maybe
as an example.
E-levy, but no COVID.
E-levy and a betting win.
If you are the betting part of the IMF condition,
it is.
Can you imagine?
It is.
How do you do that?
So you have to plug a hole. Oh, no, they'll tell you, okay, you bet winnings. How do you plug the
saying
hole?
That
but the point is,
was it really sustainable? Really to have even use it as a IMF conditionality to make money?
You need to be.
That betting way, I don't know. I'm on my figures on how much it is raking in, but I suspect it will be huge. I mean, 10% is a lot.
They should tell us how much is raking.
There's nothing. Sure. So the point is that there are other places. As we go through the transition team, we will see areas where you can plug.
Of course.
You get me? The consolidated fund is Sikabe Neko, NHI, then NHI here with NHI is Sikana Yemfeni Nina Mawo, Musam is capped and given to other. You should holistically
look at everything.
You can plug.
Yeah.
You get me? You can plug. So for me, I want him to succeed and I know he can succeed.
Yeah.
He will.
Yes, I know he will succeed. So anything I mean me I am a boy, no me boy. Because me Gina a defender no. I don't know how a fatinumbe who may so because a mema.
Send a Ghana.
Yes, let me for the sake for the sake of Ghana and
fans of how effective you've been running the shift system in communication.
And I'm winning the shift system.
But number 26, this should excite you. Number 26 on 120 days social contracts. Carry out a shake-up of all loss-making SOEs and realign them to break even and transition into profit making.
Yes.
First 120 days.
And also, we sure what they are doing.
Yes.
SOEs, which one all lose sika. And you're winning na sika asem. If it say SEPS or SOE. A bit to say free zones, almost sika for na making. A bit to say GIPC, almost Cocoa board, almost fees, almost Sanya, almost ECG, omo crack kese pa omo na esesi etimi plug holes no.
And they were hinting about still going back to the privatizing the distribution subsector. He's hinted that in the last interview.
They say omo losses in quite 27%, which is abnormal. A chrono be or 15, 20.
I say it's in a POS and so much target.
There be a man benchmark.
Yeah, that's a benchmark.
And
double number.
They have gone up beyond the benchmark loss. Anka by now, it says a punish you. Yes. Because if you go beyond the benchmark loss, no, so winning. If you go beyond the benchmark loss, no, and no, it goes against you.
Yeah.
But within the benchmark loss, no, tariff, no, the tariff caters for it. But beyond that, is a punitive measure.
Yeah, but my point is, our man benchmark
of a double figure,
15%, for example.
That's high.
You don't know, you're 20, 22 of it, actually.
No, 22 cry, only 27. Yeah. So these are areas that is so team special and I back one America energy sector no is so be in a new we are raw dube coffee near my cost until so be in a nipa no poor be an
minister obey you know to go there.
When you sometimes when you minister and even a you for no heads no
CEOs no the various agencies.
Yes, and you'll be an assault no call. In this case, no so be crampo and shadan ya core and this no expertise no.
Yeah.
I will bet me a plug the losses near maybe a cost no. You can take the person there. Yeah. Me believe in monitoring people. Me sometimes I want to even make my enemy my friend. He will be very grateful and faithful to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you make your friend and now but at this time, His Excellency Mahama has to look at certain sectors. He should look at off-grid solar.
Yes.
Off-grid solar be take the pressure of the grid. Internet say so timi ye mra wanya majority say obia obesi dan bia real estate obesi dan bia na fa solar ka ho.
Ebia ye be duty a free solar panels.
Ye be duty a free solar panels so. What you say? A very key ye be duty say free solar no obia timi di bia to. So when you see a community like maybe coastal estates obia say so use solar for ni fie.
I think we to start with real estate companies.
It's an American real estate, and then American no more be a dino. You be a free so that you don't add it to the cost of the building. Now, almost add the solar egusu. So as part of the building, no conditions no solar can.
Sure.
Let's just say ye timienti enya be 200 megawatts off the grid. How no iodine at it. As people are building and building, no, you see this solar. In this high-rise building, which is a Bank of Ghana, don't move for solar, so for other things, maybe lift, heavy-duty equipment, and you're on the grid. Not other computers, then should be on. Bank of Ghana can afford it.
And for a modern building like that, I'm sure a be eco-friendly. Light, sunlight.
So all these things, so obey now all my ministers KPI so bo ho nye di minister pena ne ref ba bi ofri bae o ko no office ano o tian o frɛ na o mfa ne ref ne ho o ti ase but political power so there ye nya ya fa muda me fi politics
and understand that we have strong chief of staff
you have strong chief of staff we have to redefine who our chief of staff is and me himself Mami Jane the anti professor they know is strong. It is yet put it in the forefront. I want no the or straight come.
That's why I don't mean any chief of staff.
There be because or no as vice president together with the chief of staff. There will be an insulation.
Yes.
But parties also now watch. You also need to be careful.
Okay.
What am I say? But chief of staff, whoever comes, I hope it is Julius.
And Julius Debra will be a good chief of staff. That is also.
I hope we say Julius Debra no san baby. And until one shemu Canadian then no one crack a whip no. On the ministers because with the ministers now juma no problem about. People should not just take the juma post just because they say it is work because you see a man crophobia new. Me can be because ma can be
wakasa o
makasa pa manante so or for many da so
yeah bon voices there wakasa yeah bon voices there wakasa
so the power ba it's at the end of the day no dey me adwuma dey say ya mami bia mam bi kura mebo
we say ma obi
o ba bia me bro me ho na ma
with experience me experience then say.
And me born me hono my adwuma na Ghana for ho.
Well, your record at POS no be
any. Wouldn't say me real POS with nothing no.
Yeah.
Maka me POS story natural.
Enye ni nyina.
Oh, me catch you said na me wo me me masters wo Gimpa.
Yes.
And na me nya adwuma wo okay President Kofo Investor Advisory Service. Na omofa me wo ho na omofa bae. And also nana me ko nti ba be take you over. Ne pay ni $10,000.
At the time. Under President Kofo. Now you pay $10,000.
Na fe na amofa na na wo ho. Say na investors.
Amofa did you wo ho.
Na we dey $1,000. It's the investors in tua. Na investors
salary na
$10,000. Na investors investors na e ba no mo na need. No say that na nye sika bia bi. Oh, no, $10,000 now that time, Ghana say and
oh, President Kofo time 2005. Oje $10,000.
Concentration because inti me ye na okache me na me dey me kache ni say okay me dey me a free zone inti me ye me masters inti me wo ho na me so ni ye a policy analysis. Na yedu agenda setting na de ne yemani ha na me sorry ntimi so na me share madam for sima call no say anana our PR has left too. So you have to come. Mr. PNM is looking for you. Na me I'm not leaving free zone so me I'm not leaving nana come na me call na me co interview. Hey, first day me call ya dim call case si wo citron so free zones me use ni sam patrol me office come na me boss ni your friend is saying appear could be.
Oh, okay.
I'm see many investors na ye adwuma brofo me many investors.
Appear could be ben.
Appear Andy.
MP. Oh, okay.
Nti eja. That time kwa you square no be ye adwuma wo ho as monitoring and evaluation officer. Your friend Kabila Asenso.
Oh, okay.
Nti me ye ya me call me interview. Nti me call afedi me call adwuma mu a me call ya di mu a e interview no baby for na me resume work. Na sem ni nye mu me nya adwuma no na me call ayi ho Reverend James no me meet.
Oh, okay.
Ti me call no na am say
is your Bishop Emeritus.
Yes, that time no I know a bishop here.
Oh, okay.
Ti me call ne dem no me ye na am say osofo asem we abeto ho. We mama say we so mama say ne period near 340. And na we no so ye no say omo ho mpa ye mama. Ti obo ho mpa no say okay. Obeka che me say ohun se ne ba bi e ho fe pa e wa bro sign so. Ne flower bi si table no so. E ne flower ni wuye. And no another place mango tree si ho. Flower be grow under the mango tree and the flower ne be chain. Mango tree no. Inti me choose to back up. Now I'm say okay, me choose 340 no. And that is PURC.
Wow.
Inti me wo after 3-4 months in Beka Chem say investor advisory services na egu.
Hey.
Ti me ko PURC. Msi obi kasem ho nya ye citron. Ka papa bi eni ho esu meja yi o ma resign kura me banyina nkrofo esi ma me ma wo free zone so meja ya ba me so mi ni zam patrol mu na mete wo driver me wo bibia si me manager by si traffic officer dem ko tena nipa 4 me so mo office wo secretariat ni na me si dia semini timidi musan nyema nko yedu baby ko intimi nto tiro me na mtimi tro projects ma kwaje hepic funds na me de abeboa na me ton diaries the diary me ton advert ni ade wom na me de abeboa juma no so na ye din till his excellency John Dramani Mahama be vice president to buy no sehwe PURC muti say NCA my minister under communications you need a levy that will help you to run. I don't see how the utilities you regulate edge more salary than you.
Than more.
Into a boy, you go through cabinet near dinning on one and a PURC being a levy. The honor, na just say me ye Juma. Na begin ya na me Juma. Me first time me call her 4th December. Na ye Omo return and penyufu bi na mkoye MC.
Are we close?
And a mammy be say, oh, are you close? Say, mammy be say, may I?
Because I feel so. You are saying you are talking your own story.
No,
biography.
Yes, me channel idea Juma May. So.
Oh yeah, Juma, you put his CV together, a CV, and you put it together.
I'm just telling you how.
Don't consider her.
Oh, how?
Don't say I can say this. So me so your CPP.
Oh, does that mean can say me CV?
Or see.
That don't mean this year, Mama.
That be send me person who buy NDC.
I'll person buy NDC. Oh, and no be sending. There be an
person who buy NDC.
And no be sending me say Nanaya now.
Maybe I done here cool.
Obi sending me text say Nanaya now. John has won. It's time for you to come home.
And is there all consider? I also consider.
I was sending me text was Nanaya.
Someone now we social democrats.
Na say John so ye CPP ni.
Hey. So we can say
Nana do so ye CPP ni. Your mama yan papa ni ye mahama.
Yeah.
So no call.
Na ba o me anso ye CPP.
Anso ye CPP ni. O ma gie nipa nyina.
Oh.
Sir, and the anya ne bra pra.
But let me congratulate Baumia.
Mahmoud Baumia.
Yes.
Wa bone ye mo.
Let me congratulate me who say why ye
concession speech no. Yeah.
No ye me mobo.
Oh.
Go for na bonigumbe rough.
Serious.
Ko ono an call for no.
O ma anya adwuma. Na ono so na so de go for communications person and miracles.
Na say miracles o ya de.
E de no ye miracles body language kran.
Oh da.
Ade menua. Me ba jo menua no no.
Say I will be setting miracles up for.
Me set that bio. No, but the point is that there were times I didn't like the body language of him.
Yeah, but you not like him always.
No, I mean you, but I didn't like his body language. I don't obi bonyo.
Me pesa me o
ha
individuals din.
That be
Mapon.
Na me ya kase bi no.
Maybe anana ya de nam ne hot.